Well, doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it?
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked. What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast. A podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. They don't need no introduction. Persona persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their bag like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen.
I'm a PlayStation fan too. Hey, what's good, YouTube? What's good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. And we are back with episode 95 of What's Up PlayStation podcast, a podcast for the community, by the community, and your number one place to get all things PlayStation and PlayStation-centric news, gaming topics, gaming discussions, mini reviews, impressions, and so much more. And obviously, a good laugh, right? Because who couldn't use a good laugh, especially in the time that we're living in, right? Listen, it is Saturday. I hope you got your coffee, your breakfast, your cereal, your oatmeal, your cream of wheat, your pancake, bacon, egg, sausage, hash browns, right? Your bagel with jelly and cream cheese, whatever you got, man. I hope you got your breakfast. I hope you got your coffee, your tea. It's about to be a good show here on What's Up PlayStation podcast. But listen, guys, What's Up PlayStation? I am your host this week, by the way, Persona, right? And listen, What's Up PlayStation podcast is a two-person team, you understand, with me and my bro, Bari. And yes, we got the king of the Bronx, the best lisp on YouTube, Mr. Let Me Speak, Bari himself. Bari, what's good, bro? Of course, absolutely. Oh shit, my fault. Say it all over again. I forgot to unmute you. Go ahead, say it again. Say it again. Do it all over.
Well, little echo.
Echo with what?
Am I still echoing? Oh, no, I'm good now. Yeah, it was a little echo there, but nah, man, it's a beautiful Saturday morning. You know the vibes. TGIS. Thank God it's Saturday because it's WUPS time. You know how we get down here, guys. Early in the morning, talk about a lot of PlayStation news. that we're gonna be talking about here this week, man. And 95 episodes in, man. 95 episodes in.
Yes, sir.
5 more to go.
Yes, sir. Till we get that big,
You
hit that big
already
100.
know.
So probably by the end of
start the show.
by the end of September, we'll be at 100.
By the end of September, yeah. September is what, like 3? Is it 3? Is it no?
4
September
weeks. It's 4 weeks, but we got 2 more weeks. We got one more Saturday in August, which is next week.
And you know what I was thinking?
I
was going to say 5 because I thought the 30th was going to land on the Saturday, but it doesn't. The 30th is the Friday.
Lands
so
on
yeah,
Friday,
yeah. We'll definitely hit that. At the end of September for sure, man. But yeah, guys, you know what I mean? Hit the like button, share the stream out, get the PlayStation Nation in here.
Facts.
And hopefully you guys enjoy the show, man. You know the vibe. Well, Persona, you did one thing, or you didn't do one thing. You ain't blessed the PlayStation Nation with some trophies.
Hey, you're right, man. I gotta do better, man. I gotta be better.
Gonna get on your ass.
You're right,
man.
you're right. I gotta be better, man. My fault. Let me get y'all these trophies. All right, man. Y'all blessed up, man. Like, y'all coming up on 95 platinums. Man,
Yes, sir.
this is crazy, man. Y'all some real gamers out here. But yo, Bari, man, how's your week, man? How you feeling this week? How's everything?
Yo, my week was phenomenal, bro. You know what I mean? Yesterday I just came from watching Dragon Ball Superhero, and it was freaking amazing. Yo, I love the hell out of that movie, man. I can't wait for that thing to come on iTunes or whatever, wherever you buy it, and just purchase that thing so I can watch it nonstop. I love the movie a lot. It gave me the vibes of when I first watched like Fusion Reborn, because Fusion Reborn was like my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie. And this one is up there as well for me. But yeah, it was a great movie. Hopefully you guys go out and see it. You guys can know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna spoil nothing. I'm giving you guys until Monday before I go in and give them my thoughts and all stuff. I already got a review already, queued up as well. But other than that, man, the week was pretty good, man. It went pretty fast, to be honest with you. But yeah, nothing really to complain about. You know what I mean? Just a little bit hungover, but that's that's par for the course. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely knocked back a couple glasses of Crown as well yesterday.
As you should.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
How was your week, man, Mr. Crown Royale?
Yo, my week was great, man. Honestly, it was a good week. I did a lot of cool things. Gaming wise, a lot of great gaming. Work, the usual stuff, man. So it was a really chill, really cool week. I really enjoyed myself, and it was fun on Twitter as well. Really fun.
Oh yeah, we hosted 2 6-hour spaces. Nah, yours was like what, 5?
Yeah, about 5.5 hours. Yours was like 6.5 hours. Yeah.
I was like 6 and like 40 something minutes.
Yes, sir,
I started,
yes, sir.
I think a little early. I started like around 10:30 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, and I've said this on Twitter a million times. I don't do spaces a whole lot, but I'll do them every once in a blue moon. If I get in that mood where I want to do a space, or I'll join Bari spaces if he's doing one. But that's not something that happens all the time, right? Because too much of a good thing, But yeah, listen, guys, we are happy that you all are here. Like Bari said,
DC said he had a 4-hour space last night.
Yeah, I was in there. I was listening. It was cool. It was cool. It was a cool space. Listen, man.
We should call ourselves Star Trek Space. We traveling in space.
Real talk though, something good came from that space because Chris and Guap are talking. They're on good terms. So I was very happy about that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look at God.
Look at God, right? I was very happy about that. Yes, I definitely had to jump into space and express my joy of seeing them both talking and talking games and
hella cute,
cool
man. Hella
again.
cute.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. PlayStation Nation, gaming community, man. It's all about gaming, man. It's all about being able to share your experiences. So all the fighting and all that stuff.
If it's really about gaming, Persona, people wouldn't be having these personal grudges. That's why I keep saying people be lying to themselves when they say it's just gaming.
Well, no, that's why
so many people have these personal grudges.
Yeah, well, that's why I say. That's why I say, it's about we need to keep it about gaming, right? But the I mean, I don't want to get too much into that because it's not the show for that, but definitely was happy to see them, talking again and on good terms. Very happy. I was happy. I came into space like oh man, I'm gonna shed a tear, man. I'm happy to see PlayStation Nation. We all getting along, man. We don't want to be fighting and all this crazy stuff, man. So shout out to the PlayStation Nation. Shout out to Guapin and Chris Righteous, man. But listen, before we jump into the news and how we do things here on the show, we got to shout out the members of the What's Up PlayStation podcast, WUPS Nation. You understand? We got to shout out the WUPS Nation. And guys, remember, if you want to join the WUPS Nation, the link to that is in the description. Giveaways, topic choices, all the great stuff, man, right? It's a lot of cool perks and things like that you get with that, with being a member. So, the membership link is down in the description. It's not mandatory, but it's always appreciated. But we got to shout out the WUPS Nation, starting with Titanfall Princess. Appreciate you. King Thrash Gaming, Brap, Basement Radio Arcade, Andy, Julian Johnson, Brian King, Stealth Guy Gaming, No Cap Podcast, Philip Sin 22, DeJuan Thompson, Rob Gaming TV, Requiem of Demons, Magnificent Black, How Weird Gaming, It's Me Baby 80, D2 Des, Light Gamer, DC Gaming, Ice Queen Gaming, John Donuts, Tarana Duffy, Tactical Gamer, Alfonso Carter, AC, Steady Flow, Stir Crazy, Stardust Asiro, Gian Nadon, J Gamer UK, Cyber Dragon, Unicron, C Fresh 2180, Strictly Gaming, Viper Reaps Corner, J Wright.
Shout out to my man Viper.
J Wright. Blue Mustang 357.
Blue was good. He and Gamescom.
Yeah, you're gonna be at Gamescom this week. Shout out to Blue Mustang, him and his brother. Henry Heck, Shy City Gamer, King Kiso, Bird, J Bari, Upchuck Gaming, The Wreck, Navigator 3221, Nariko. Yes, sir. Gaming with Persona. Dreology 619. Absolutely. And then last but not least, Mr. Go Try Hard Guy Uchiha.
Oh, we got to do him right. We got to do Mr.
Go Try
Hard
Guy Uchiha. Yeah,
long ass name.
Yo, shout out to Mr. Go Try Hard Guy Uchiha, man. I remember when Uchiha first started coming to the channel and whatnot, I struggled with saying the whole name super smooth. Now it just flows like Mr. Go Try Hard Guy Uchiha, super smooth, man. But listen, man, shout out to the WUPS Nation, man. Shout out to all y'all supporters, man. We appreciate y'all. And shout out to our subscribers, the lurkers, and everybody new that may join or become subscribed to the channel as well. We appreciate all of you guys, man. Thank y'all so much, right? And shout out to King Kiso, man, for the super chat. He said, shout out to the homies, best PlayStation podcast on YouTube. King Kiso, we appreciate you, sir, man. Thank you. It means a lot that that people in the community feel that way about our show, man. It really does mean a lot, man. Thank y'all so much. But
y'all said that. Y'all said that.
Yeah, they said that. They've dubbed this the best podcast, PlayStation podcast on YouTube. They dubbed it. So I would, if the people say it, we got to go with it, right, Bari? But listen, man, let's get into how we do things here, guys. And we're gonna start with the games released for this week. And it was a pretty good week in my opinion, right? So this week, what has released is Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Yo, I remember this show way back in the day. I remember this show first came out way back in the day.
They ask people questions and shit, right?
Yeah. Fallen Legion, Rise of Glory, Fallen Legion, Revenants for the PlayStation 5.
Nice. So they're getting a PlayStation 5 update for those games. Fallen Legion is a pretty cool RPG if you guys ain't played that.
Midnight Fight Express for the PlayStation 4, Saints Row for the PS5, PS4.
No, this is the games coming out next week.
Wait, yeah, this is what's coming out. Oh, so wait, they don't have this week? All right, so this is my fault, guys.
You know how they be messing up sometimes.
All right, so this is
why PlayStation needs to officially put out the games every week.
For real. All right, so this is next week, guys. Next week. So Saints Row for the PS5, PS4, Yars Recharge for the PS5, PS4, Soul Hackers 2 for the PS5 and PS4, F1 Manager 2022 for the
That's a
PS5
$70 game,
and
Persona.
PS4. Yes, it is. Absolutely. And they're going to pay it or they're going to wait for a sale.
Whoever's into F1, yeah, I know y'all going to pay that $30.
I was a teenage ex-colonist for the PS5, PS4.
Oh, wow.
Idol manager for the PS5, PS4. Miss Kabayashi's Dragon Maid Sakuretsu Korogan Breath for the PS4.
Oh,
SD Gundam. Yo, that name, I can't believe I didn't mess up there.
Yo, you did that. You did that perfect on the first go.
Yes,
That's
sir. SD Gundam Battle Alliance for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. I'm not hyped for this. I'm not hyped for this, man. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm not hyped.
We don't care if you're not hyped for it. The Gundam fans is hyped for it.
Nah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Gundam, but I don't know.
But we need you to be hyped for it.
You're right.
We are hyped for it.
You're right.
Just don't be disrespectful now.
Hey man, I don't know. I gotta look at gameplay again. Let me look at some gameplay again. It's too many games. It's too many games, man. Listen, Soul Hacker's coming out next week. I'm playing Rollderdrome and all this stuff this week. Listen, it's too many games, Bari.
Man, go play.
All right, bro.
Nobody's hyped for Soul Hackers.
I'm hyped. Carl Anchor's hyping the chat. He been hyping that stuff up for like 2 months now.
I know.
Soul Hackers 2. Every
kick me.
time, that's the first thing Carl say in the chat. Soul Hackers 2 coming in 2 weeks. Coming in 3 days. Coming in 1 day.
He said Soul Hackers 2. That's in the chat. Oh, what's up, guys?
Then we got Shin-Chan, me and the professor on summer vacation. Wait a second. They're making a Shin-Chan game? Really?
I don't know what Shin-Chan is.
You don't know what Shin-Chan is? Remember that anime with the little boy and his sister and the mom and dad? And he was like super rude and like doing funny dances. You don't remember Shin-Chan?
Nah.
What? Yo, that's crazy.
I gotta see it.
It used to come on Toonami. Or not Toonami, but it used to come on like, you remember anime used to come on super late at night on Cartoon Network way back in the day?
Yeah.
It used to come on during that time. It came on right after, I think it was either Case Closed or Inuyasha. I forgot which one. Then we got NHRA Championship Drag Racing Speed for All for the PS5, PS4. Then we got Pac-Man World Repacked for the PS5, PS4. And then we got
next week.
Yeah. Then we got The Company Man for the PS5 and PS4. So those are the games coming out next week, guys. Next week, not this week. For some reason, this week is not here. But that's next week's list, guys. Next week's list. But we are in the spotlight portion of the show. And for those that are new here, the spotlight is where me and Bari will give you, the community, a game or games, if we decide to break the rules, that we think y'all should check out, right? It can be a brand new game. It could be an old game. It could be a game from your childhood. It could be a game that hasn't released yet. The purpose of the spotlight is just to spotlight games that we think you, the community, should check out. So Bari, starting with you, bro. What is your spotlight game of the week? And are you gonna break the rules?
Yo, yeah, man. I mean, you just listed one of the spotlight games for me personally. You know, and pretty much going forward is like the games. I know I'm gonna be spotlighting. It's probably gonna be the same things that you guys heard me spotlighting for like months now, because now they're finally gonna be coming out real soon. So SD Gundam Battle Lines for sure comes out next week. Yeah, I know it's not going to be a very popular game or whatnot, but I enjoyed the demo. It's a fun, Gundam game, which has, a proper story and all that stuff. Something that, us Gundam fans been waiting for a minute. You know what I mean? It's not just the Mushu game, or it's not just this multiplayer game. You got a fun action, RPG game. It does have some multiplayer components as well to it. But the next game I'm going to highlight is one of my most anticipated games, man. It's coming out, man. I really can't wait for this. And I want to see. I really want to see people get into this series, man. And that's Valkyrie Elysium. I mean, because when I first saw this trailer on that State of Play, it shocked me, because I'm like, damn, they bringing this shit back, or are they keeping this franchise alive? So that made me super happy, and to know that it's finally coming out in a matter of like a month. I think it's coming out September 26th, and if you pre-order, you get to play it 4 days early, and if you pre-order the deluxe edition, you get the original game Valkyrie profile on Linux, which is the PSP port. So I guess that's going to be like a games classic, that they're going to deliver on for next month. But you get that version of that game within the digital deluxe, so you kind of saving money with that. But nah, man, the game looks dope. It looks beautiful. The action, the last trailer that they showed looks amazing as well. And yeah, man, I just can't wait for it to come out, man. So knowing Square Enix, I know they're gonna drop another trailer. We're gonna see with that trailer because like I'm very intrigued on where they're taking the story, and I'm very intrigued on the characters that's being displayed in the story. Like, is it going to be the same? Is it new? Is it, you know what I mean? But I have my my theories and whatnot. But I really want people to get into the series because I think it's dope. With Norse mythology and all that stuff. So yeah, those are the two games I'm going to highlight. Oh, another one is that Dust Diver 2, man. Like, yo, I watched that trailer again the other day. I was like, yo, and I have Dust Diver 1. I haven't booted up yet. I'm probably going to boot that up this weekend. Dust Diver 1, just to see how that game is and see how it plays. I don't know if I'm going to finish it before 2 comes out, but it's just a lot of games, man. It's a lot of end of August to September. Good luck, good luck keeping up, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Persona. Those are the main things I want to highlight.
Those were some good games, man. Really good games.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for that back releasing, bro. I can't
excited.
wait for that shit.
I'm really excited for that as well. All right, man. So for me, man, for my spotlight games for this week, I'm absolutely breaking the rules. I'm absolutely breaking the rules this week.
You're just a rebel. That's why.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm breaking the rules. So first and foremost, guys, I say it every week, and I'm gonna continue to say it again. This game will be in my spotlight until it releases. So God of War Ragnarok releases November 9th, 2022. I'm so excited for this game. I can't wait to play this. This is a day one for me. Y'all already know. So I'm on it, right? Then my second spotlight. Hold on, man. Fucking sirens.
Oh, they really do that like every time you're ready to go into your yo,
I can't wait.
Every time they body him, yo.
I can't wait. So like, I'm getting out of New York, man. I can't wait. So the second spotlight is Cult of Lamb. So I recently beat this game earlier this week. And listen, guys, Cult of Lamb is Max Payne meets Jet Set Radio meets The Sims, right? Or Tropical or Civilization, or one of those like micromanaging world building style games. That's what Cult of Lambs is. Mixed in with like Hades or like another roguelite. It's got a lot of different genres or styles of games that you might be used to, all packed into one. But the way they did it in this game, they did it so well that everything fits. Everything just fits, right? So, quick synopsis. So, Cult of Lamb, you play as a lamb that has been sacrificed by these 4 bishops, right? And when you're sacrificed, you go to the underworld and you meet one of the exiled bishops called the One Who Waits. And what he does is he wants to be free so that he can rule over the overworld. So he gives you the power to defeat the 4 bishops that banished him and also sacrifice you. And you have to go through these 4 worlds and defeat all 4 bishops and, bring upon the One Who Waits. Now, through all of that time, you have to build a cult so that you can become more powerful. So the way you building your cult is, on your runs, you save new followers, potential followers, and they join your cult. So now your cult is kind of where like the world building Sims-esque type of stuff starts to come into play, because that's where you'll be able to build your structures, feed, you have to feed your followers. You have to build beds for them so that they can, sleep and not be sleeping on the ground. You put them to work, so you can like build like a farm and have one of your followers tend to the farm every day. You can build stone mines and wood areas where they can continuously mine and build new materials for you to use to build new structures. And then you can also have some of your followers pray to a shrine. And what that shrine does is it fills up the devotion bar. And the devotion bar, when it fills up, it levels up your entire cult. And when you level up your entire cult, that allows you to buy new structures or more upgraded structures that you can build within your cult so that your cult can, survive better and be able to function much easier. And the reason why I also like that so much is because your cult members also kind of have like their own personalities. They're not just like these stale, beings that just walk around doing your every move. They have their own personalities as well. And if you die a lot on your runs, or if you don't feed them or do the right things in your cult, some of them will defect and they'll start spreading propaganda about you. And when they do that, you can lock them up in this prison and re-educate them. This game is really, really great, man. I really love Cult of Lamb. But I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed my run. It took me about maybe 19 hours to complete. I played on the hard difficulty. I really do highly recommend this game, especially if you're looking for something that's a bit of a different, something that's different for what we're used to playing with a lot of other games, right? I really think this indie was just like a really great change of pace, right? Like I think that's what really pulled me towards it, because I wasn't gonna buy this game at first. But then, I don't know, at the last minute, I was like, you know what, man? I'm really liking Cult of Lamb. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let me just go ahead and buy it, support it, and play it and see if it sticks. If it doesn't, then it is what it is. It's only 25 bucks, whatever. It stuck, man. It stuck. Like, I'm close to the platinum. I'm like 5 trophies away from the platinum. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for it. So that's Cult of the Lamb. The next game, Rollderdrome, me and Bari are going to talk about that in our impressions, so I'm going to leave that out of my spotlight. But my final spotlight is going to be Thymesia. So Thymesia just released this week as well. And so what Thymesia is it's a Souls-like game where you're playing as a doctor that is tasked with curing the plagues within the world. But this doctor has also lost his memory, so you have to go not go back in time, but you have to recall certain things that you did, and those are the kind of the missions that you go on. So you have to recall what you've done and go through those memory missions and things like that. And that's kind of how the game progresses, where you're kind of trying to remember what happened, how it happened, who you fought, when you fought them, and all these types of things. And that's the premise of the game. Now, obviously, it's going to have your usual Souls-like tropes where, you got your vitality, strength, and plague stats, right? It's not super stat heavy in terms of like how you would know a regular Souls-like game or like a Demon Souls game or like Elden Ring or something like that, where it's got like, dexterity and all this other stuff. It's only got 3 stats to choose from, which is vitality, strength, and plague. Plague is essentially because you can get these plague weapons. So what's so interesting about the combat within Thymesia is that enemies essentially have 2 bars, because they have the main bar that you take down, but as you take down an enemy's main bar, they have what's called like a plague bar or something like that, however you want to call it. But you need to also take down, like, you have to be methodical with how you fight, because when you're using your regular attacks, that's fine, but you also want to make sure that you're using your plague attack, which is like this claw, like this green claw, where that takes down the enemy's plague bar as quickly as you would when you're swinging as well, depending on how strong your plague is. But you also, whenever you get somebody in like a frenzy, not a frenzy, but a dizzy state, you can also do steal their plague, whatever plague ability, not plague ability, but you kind of steal a bit of their plague. And when you steal their plague, it materializes into a type of weapon. Now, these weapons are different depending on who you're fighting, so it's not always going to be the same type of weapon. And when you unlock a new plague-style weapon, you can unlock it in the menu, and it does it has its own specific stats and abilities. So you have your main weapon that you will use to attack, but you also have your plague claw, but then you also have a plague weapon. Now, the plague weapon is dictated on the plague bar. So there's like a magic bar, or however you want to call it. And that's kind of how the combat is. So when you're approaching enemies or fighting enemies, you have to be a bit more methodical. So there isn't a dedicated stamina bar like there would be in a regular Souls game, right? But just because there's no stamina bar does not mean that you can kind of start swinging all willy-nilly and dodging all willy-nilly, right? It does have a skill tree, a dedicated skill tree with a lot of different skills towards your attack power, your deflecting, your dodging, your plague abilities, different strategy stats that you can add on to your character, and then claw attacks and things like that. But one of the cool things is that so when you're fighting enemies, they also have what's kind of called like an interrupt move that you can do. So what'll happen is they'll glow green and they'll do like a super heavy attack. But if you time it right, you can throw a magic feather at them, and that will actually daze them, and that opens them up for you to punish them. So it's a very unique take on like the Souls-like games. I feel like it's a bit more actiony than it is Souls, right? But it does have some of those Souls-like tropes that we're used to. Like I said, when it comes to the stat building, when you die or rest at a rest beacon, all the enemies spawn back and all those different things. So it does have some of those Souls tropes in there. But if you're expecting to go in there and it's going to be a one-to-one Souls-like game, it's not that. It is Souls-like, but it also has a lot of actiony type of qualities to the game. But from what I've played so far, I'm at the first boss. His name is Oldern, and he's a magician. Like I'm at like this crazy circus where it's like all these dead people and this sickness and all this crazy stuff. It's crazy. So Oldern is kind of tough because you have to fight him twice. There's 2 phases. In his first phase, I got it down packed, but that second phase is a lot tougher because he does more attacks. But I'm loving Decima, man. I think Decima is a great game. I'm really enjoying my time with it so far. The only one problem I have with it is there's motion blur in here, and you can't turn off the motion blur. So it's a bit weird at times. I know, right?
My thing is like there's a lot of Souls inspired games coming out. Yo, y'all need to relax. Y'all need to chill. Y'all about to run this genre dry. Yo, every game now have like a Souls type of battle mechanics or whatnot in these games. I'm not saying you can't do it, but the frequency of what these games are coming out is a lot, yo.
Yeah, because I mean, if we look at it, we've got Decima that's coming out right now, and then we've got Steel Rising that comes out September 9th or September 8th, which is Lives of P. Yeah, it's a lot, man. There's definitely a lot of Souls-like games, man.
There's a lot of the 2D ones as well. The 2D ones I don't really mind because it got more Metroidvania type styles to it. But man, there's a lot of these Souls games coming out, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't want the series to just run rampant and run dry. Or the genre.
I think this is what happens. I think this is what happens when something popular takes off, and inspires a lot of other people.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, remember back during the PS3,
everything that became popular runs dry. Like some people don't want to play battle royale games no more because look how many battle royale games is out.
Yes,
I mean,
but people still will
popular.
play. True, but people still will play the one above all, Fortnite. That's still as popular as it was the first day it came. It's still very popular. I think I get what you're saying, and I agree to a certain degree. I feel like if it's executed properly, I don't have an issue, right? Because if we go back to like the PlayStation 3 generation, remember when COD was really like starting to set fire to the industry, right? With Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, all that stuff, right? Remember when it was first starting to set fire to the industry, and everybody was trying to just tack on a multiplayer to their games, right? Thinking that, they were going to get some type of success, like how Call of Duty was, you remember? Because, the kings of that multiplayer realm at the time was Halo, Call of Duty, and Battlefield, really were the kings at that time. And everyone, remember the first Tomb Raider had a multiplayer, and I feel like if those things aren't executed properly, that's where it kind of gets that wear and tear where it's like, I'm kind of over this. But if it's executed properly and it's got its own unique twist to it, like I said, with Decima, yes, it's Souls-like, but I think it still leans more so into the actiony genre than Souls, because there's no stamina bar. There's not a lot of micromanaging in that regard. It's kind of a game that you can kind of just fall into the world and kind of just start getting acclimated with how the enemies are and just kind of play and have fun, which I enjoy. Like I said, I like it. So, but Yeah, no, I think that's a great point though, Bari. But yo, let's get
you got converted for them Souls games. I remember you used to hate them shits.
I did. I did. But you know what it is? Beating Demon Souls, it clicked. It clicks now. I remember, I don't know if it was you or somebody else. I was like, yo, once the Souls genres click, it'll click. It's clicked. Like, it's clicked with me. I beat Demon Souls. I'm like, all right, I'm digging this. Then Elden Ring, I had a lot of fun with that. I'm loving that. And I think I'm slowly becoming a Souls fan. Or Souls-like fan.
Soulsborne fan.
Soulsborne fan, all right. But yo, let's get these super chats and members. Yo, shout out to Games for Eternity, man. Appreciate you, man, becoming a member of the WUPS Nation. Shout out to you, man. We appreciate you so much, bro. All right, and then shout out to PS Rewind, man. Appreciate you for the $4.99 super chat. He says, shout out to Bari and Persona, making my work Saturdays easier. And shout out to the cool people in the chat. Yeah, man, we appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate that, man. I like that profile pic too, man.
Yes, sir. And then Viper Reeps, man. Appreciate you, Viper, for the super chat, man. He says, movie check. Cult in the Land reminds me of a movie with this famous line, "He who walks behind the rose." I don't know what movie could that be, Bari? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but Viper, you're gonna have to tell us in the chat what movie that's from. I can't place the movie right now. Yo, DC, man, appreciate you, man, being 3 months as a member of the WUPS Nation. Shout out to you, DC, bro. He says, happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you had a good one and get those trophies. Absolutely. And the DC, appreciate you again for the $10 super chat. He says, shout out to the best PlayStation podcast on YouTube. You guys make Saturday mornings almost better than Saturday cartoons. Damn, that means a lot. Thank you. That's competition, man.
Oh,
Saturday
Child of the Corn. Yo, that's an old school movie.
Children of the Corn? Oh my God, I haven't seen that movie in years. Like, we're talking like 15 plus years I haven't seen that movie, Children of the Corn. Wow, okay. And then Viper, man, appreciate you again for the super chat. He says, the Elden Ring effect. Absolutely, yeah. Elden Ring, I feel like this game probably was in development prior to that, because Elden Ring came out in February. So I feel like, but I definitely think
more now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh yeah, you definitely gonna see much. We're definitely gonna see much more Soulsborne-esque style games, especially with the success of Elden Ring. 16 million, which we're gonna talk about later. Yeah, absolutely. And then Stir Crazy, appreciate you for the 4 months as a member on the channel, man. Appreciate you, Stir Crazy. He says, that's why I'm hyped for Project Eve. Bring back the hack and slash type. Getting a little worn out of these Souls-like games. I get it.
Yo,
I'm very excited for Project Eve. I am extremely excited for that game.
When is that coming out, man? When is that coming out?
That's definitely 2023. You know what? No, let me not speak in absolutes, but I would think 2023. I would think, right?
I mean, yeah, it's safe to assume.
Yeah, it's safe to assume, right? Stardust Acero, man, appreciate you. 4 months as a member of the WUPS Nation. Day ones. He says, what it be, WUPS Nation? What it do, Stardust, man? We appreciate you, bro.
What's up?
What it is, what it do. What's up? Shout out to Sick Humor TV, man. He did our intro song, man. Shout out to Sick. Really great dude. Steady Flow, man. Appreciate you. 4 months as a member of the WUPS Nation. He says, what's up, fellas and people in the chat? Always great to be a PlayStation gamer. We eating good so far this gen and looking great in the futures. Absolutely. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Absolutely. Shout out to the WUPS Nation.
We eating good. We looking good. We smelling good.
Absolutely.
Everything is good over here, man.
Absolutely. Talk to him. All right, guys. So listen, man. Let's get into some news, man. Let's talk about some news. So there's a lot of things that's come up.
Cassie's inability. Yo, Cassie, what up?
Cassie,
cool people.
Cassie, who the?
She was in a space.
Oh, Cassie. Yo, Cassie, what's up? Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, shout out to Cassie. But Bari, we got to start off with something that I'm really excited about, because I'm glad I didn't start over and do a whole new run to get the platinum. And I'm talking about, I think you know what I'm talking about, Bari. I'm talking about that Kana Bridge of Spirits. Shout out to Ember Labs, man. This was their first game that came out last September. And oh boy, was this a magical game. If you have not played Kana Bridge of Spirits, it absolutely gives that WUPS seal of approval, right? Um,
100%.
so there is going to be a free anniversary update releasing September 27th. And in this update, what's coming is quite a few things that really stood out, right? So the update is going to be, first off, it's going to be a free update for PS4 and PS5 players. So if you own the game, this is free. You don't need to pay for anything. Also, anybody that may buy the game in the future, obviously the update will be implemented into that as well. But during the development, they were aiming to do a lot of big things. And one of the most requested features that they were talking about is New Game Plus. So New Game Plus is coming to Kana, but there's a twist, Bari. So with the New Game Plus, there's also going to be new enemies that will also that will also be in the game. But also there's going to be the way the bosses fight is going to be a little bit more different, a little bit more challenging combat encounters as well. And there's also going to be extra phases to the boss. What's also going to be happening is what they're also going to have is you'll be able to, all your abilities will be unlocked, your upgrades, outfits, rots and stuff like that. And this is like the new enemy type. So this dude is hiding in the bushes. And then like we see like some of the enemies doing like some different moves, which I think is pretty cool. But they're
Yeah,
also
we see Karo doing a new little flame move though.
Yep.
That's the first major boss.
And then they're also adding to what's called charm stones, which is another big addition. So these will be individually equipable, and these unique collectibles each provide different adjustments to Kana's stats and abilities. Some charm stones contain a benefit and a drawback, encouraging players to strategize how they want to take on certain enemies and challenges. Rare curse charm stones are aimed at players who want a serious challenge by attacking the game with reduced abilities. Players will find most charm stones hitting around Kana's world, with a few connected to other big additions, spirit guide trials. So we're getting new abilities as well, like new stones that can up our abilities, lower our abilities. I think that's pretty cool. And then, like they said, with the spirit guide trials, so spirit guide trials are pretty much obstacle courses, wave defenses, and different boss reflect challenges that you'll also be able to take on in this big update. And you'll be able to get special rewards and stuff like that that will help you in the full game as well. And then the last thing that I want to show real quick before I get your thoughts, Bari, is now they're also adding new outfits as well. So we got the Bowmaker, we got the Shadow, which the Shadow is exclusive to deluxe only players. Yo, that does look like Ghost of Tsushima. Hey, hold up! Yo, that really does look like Ghost of Tsushima. So I'm definitely using the Shadow. So the Shadow armor is exclusive to digital deluxe owners. So if you own the digital deluxe version of this game, you'll get the Shadow. You'll be able to get the Shadow outfit. So I think that's dope. We already own that digital deluxe. So Bari, man, it's a lot here. Talk to us, man. How you feeling about this big update that's hitting September 27th?
I'm loving it, man. This is something that we was waiting for. Kana is a beautiful game, definitely a challenging game. Hardest difficulty, definitely a challenge as well. I got the platinum, and I got the platinum through like one of the save glitches thing. But I beat the game on the hardest difficulty as well, and that is no joke. But the whole time I'm saying beating that game on the hardest difficulty is like, damn, I wish there was like a new game plus where all my abilities would carry over. And I like the fact that all the abilities carry over, but also they add an additional challenge, because that hard mode is tough because you lose your rot ability or your rot meter as you get hit. So it works much different. But having those abilities there where you can increase your rot meter and all that stuff might make that mode, all the abilities that you gained in the later stages of your first playthrough, it might make that mode much easier now. So you know what I mean? So I'm all for it, man. And I like the challenges as well that they added here, because I did like the little trial stuff that they, the little wave based stuff that they had in there. The little trial modes that you go throughout the world. Yeah. And you get like abilities and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I like that stuff. They added more to that. And I'm liking the cosmetic stuff as well, man. It's looking really good. So yeah, Kana is a game that I go back to the game here and there as well. because I want to collect everything in the hard mode.
Mm-hmm.
But you have multiple saves, so,
Yeah.
so I know they're gonna carry over whatever they carry over. But yeah, man, I can't wait for it. Looking dope.
Yeah, I had missed the boat on that little save glitch that y'all were doing that folks were doing to get the platinum super duper quick. I missed the boat on that. So when I finally got to Kane and was able to play it, I couldn't, I had to do it the regular way. And at the time it was a couple other games that I was kind of focusing on as well. So I was like, I'll come back to this later and do the hard mode run to get the trophies. To get the platinum, because that's what I need to get the platinum. But the fact that they're adding in this new Game Plus mode, I'm glad I waited, man. So I get all my stuff. I can play on the super hardest difficulty, and then I also get these other cool abilities and cool outfits. I'm happy I waited. I'm glad I waited, man. But Kana is, I'm excited that they're doing this, and I'm glad they're doing this, man. I think this is great. They are listening to the community, and this is definitely, I'm gonna squeeze this in. For the second half of this year. Kana wasn't really on my list of games to kind of go back to and play. But with this update, I'm gonna squeeze Kana in probably around Thanksgiving time or Christmas time. I'm definitely gonna get this platinum before we go into 2023. But shout out to Ember Labs, man, and shout out to the devs. We appreciate the work y'all do with these updates and whatnot. So Kana, guys,
it's a dope update.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot here.
Just new Game Plus.
Yeah, it's a lot here.
It's a lot of other stuff.
Yep. Bari, I'm realizing that we didn't do Rollerdrome Impressions. So, all right, we just talked about Kana.
Yeah,
let's do Rollerdrome Impressions real quick, Bari. Let's talk about that for a second. But remember, guys, Kana, the update hits September 27th. If you want to grab that, definitely grab that. But Bari, so Rollderdrome, another big game that came out this week, guys, is Rollderdrome. It is a great game, personally speaking. But Bari, I want to get your thoughts and kind of, give us your impressions and how you feeling about Rollderdrome, and if it's something that you recommend to people out here. Just give us your thoughts.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, give us your thoughts.
I'm loving Rollderdrome, man. This weekend I'm going to put much more time into it than I initially planned to put in it. But yeah, I'm loving the game. I'm loving the challenge of the game too. You know what I mean? Like, it is not like a easy peasy lemon squeezy type game. There's definitely some challenges to it. There's definitely some skill based stuff to it, and there's a lot of cool things that you can do just to increase your points from what I'm learning as I'm playing throughout the game. You know what I mean? Because like that first set of 4 stages I went through, other than the first level, everything was like pretty much like a little challenging. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh, I shouldn't do this here, or I shouldn't hold forward a whole goddamn time, because I was one of those people holding forward because I'm thinking that's what's making you move, but that throws off your jumps and that throws off your stuff. So, but nah, I'm really enjoying the game. I like the whole tricks. This morning I learned that you can do even more tricks if you like double tap the analog sticks and stuff like that, because I'm starting to look at the challenges that you got to do. I'm like, oh wait, I can tap this here and tap it again.
There's an entire Trictionary. If you press start, there's a whole Trictionary showing you like all the moves you can do on the rails and in the air and whatnot.
Yep. And I was like, oh, this is giving me more points and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. And I didn't even know there was a Trictionary stuff. I was learning that through seeing the challenges. It was like get this token by doing this trick. And I was like, oh, I can do this more. And some of the stuff there's so many cool moments you get within this game, man. It's just so many cool stuff. Like, you're doing a trick mid-air, you do the whole slowdown, but the sniper is shooting, or the little ice dudes is shooting, and you just dodge that, and you get even bonus slowdown. Like, you go into the whole witch time, and it gives you even more points, and it reloads your ammo. The skill-based stuff is them you needing to do tricks to get, replenish your ammo. And I like that, because I felt like if they didn't do that, the game would be the super easy. But nah, man, I'm loving the challenges. I'm liking the cool moments that you can create within the game. And it's just something that, as you play these levels more and more and more, it's just more new stuff you're going to be able to do or just learn. Like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. So it's a game that is constantly giving you new opportunities to do things. So big shout out to Roller 7 on this one, man. Because definitely was hyped for the game, but it's much more than I was expecting. Just by just playing it for myself, and it runs beautifully. You know what I mean? There's no hitches. It looks beautiful. You know what I mean? Like this is like a top tier indie game for me, man. And it's definitely up there. It's like one of those best indie games that people should be playing. Like there's no way you should not be playing it. Also, there's a game trial which they updated. I think in the original press release they said it was like an hour, but it was really 35 minutes. Personally, I don't think you need 35 minutes just to get the gist of this game. Once you play it, you're gonna get the gist. You're like, oh, you're gonna see if you like it or not. I'm pretty sure once you get into that first level, you're gonna be like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna buy this game. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm loving the weapons. The shotgun is my favorite so far because I like the slug shot. Slug shot is as cheap as hell. You know what I mean? I love this. I'm loving the shotguns. I'm loving the challenge. Yeah, this game is just dope, man. So like, big shout out once again, Roll 7, because I feel like it's probably a game that went under people's radar, but once they play this game and once they get into the nuance of the game, they're gonna be like, yo, this game is pretty dope. I mean, so yeah, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it so far. I'm still early in it though. I just got to like the second level. I just beat the first level of the second level. So I'm just gonna run through like all the levels and just try to do like the challenges. Then I'll just replay all the stuff, all the leaderboard stuff, after I get all that stuff done.
Yeah. So, great impressions. So y'all know that Rollderdrome is a game that was definitely very high on my list of excitement and games that I couldn't wait to play. So this was originally shown at the State of Play Summer Game Fest back in June, and the first time I saw it, I was in love. I was like, oh yeah, this looks fun, right? It looks very, very fun. It reminds me of like Tony Hawk-esque. You skating around doing tricks and shooting guns, killing people. Yo, sign me up. You feel me? Sign me up. Like I'm there day one. And so I was happy. I couldn't wait for this game to come out. So now that it was out, man, I put some time into this so far. I'm a lot further in. So this was the first stream I did the day it released, where I was showing the community just some how it is and whatnot, just to get more awareness to this game. But where I'm at now, I'm actually on the final stage. And as you progress through the main world, it's very tough. It gets a lot tougher because, right now it's only got like a lot of base enemies. So enemies that are probably just sniping and, the dudes with the bats. But as you get deeper into the world, you'll see like, you see like the guys shooting the rockets at me, the heat-seeking rockets. You're going to have more of those guys on the screen. And when you shoot them, they put up this shield that you can't damage. They can't be damaged for a short period of time. So it's a lot. You kind of got to wait a little bit. But there's also going to be these ice dudes that are shooting ice beams at you. There's going to be this dude in like a mech suit that's always going to be chasing after you and trying to acid slam down on you. So you always got to be moving. That joint does a lot of damage. Then they're going to have these RoboCop style turrets that's like chasing you. Like it gets exponentially harder the deeper you go into the levels, which I enjoy, man. It's just a challenge. Like I find myself while I'm playing this, I find myself like hyper focused because it's so much happening on the screen. Like right now it seems a bit like chill, but like like I said, as you get to the later levels, between focusing, because you need to do tricks in order to fill up your ammo. So focusing on doing tricks and keep making sure that you dodging enemy attacks, making sure you being stylish, making sure you keeping your combo meter up, and doing all the challenges and everything. It's just so much happening. I love it though, man, because it's like it keeps you super duper engaged. And like Bari said, the game runs phenomenally on the PlayStation 5. There's no frame issues. There's no frame dips. There's no, the game is beautiful, especially if you have an OLED TV. You're gonna appreciate the color palettes of these areas, and it's very, very beautiful, very sharp, right? I like Kara because the character you play as, her name is Kara Hassan. And it's pretty interesting. So like there isn't like cut scenes and all this stuff. It's straight up just like, yo, look, you're in this. Your name is Kara Hassan. You're a rookie.
You do have those down moments though where you get to travel. And the little.
Yeah. I was definitely getting to that.
Around.
Yep. There's certain areas where like you can like there's certain explore sections before you start an area where you can kind of get the gist of the story of kind of what's going on. So you're in this tournament that's hosted by this person named Matterhorn, and it's a tournament for where you going around and try to survive enemies that's trying to attack you. That's the tournament, really, and that's the gist. And I'm giving a bad gist, but that's the gist of it. And
it's like a games kind of thing.
like a games tournament type of thing. And Kara Hassan, she's a rookie, but she's a rookie that's going farther. So like she's gaining a lot of notoriety, a lot of traction and whatnot. So that's really the story. That's really the gist of the story. And like I said, it's a fun game. One of the best weapons you're gonna get. Bari, I know you said you love the shotty, which trust me, I love that shotty, bro. Especially when you hit him with that slug shot. It's amazing. But one of the final weapons that you get in the game, it's called the Z11, and it's essentially a sniper. And yo, bro, yo, you want to know how people are getting these high scores? That's how, because you don't need to be close to the enemies. So like you get a perfect dodge and go into super reflex, you just shoot a Z11 shot and it's one shot and everything. And like that's what I've been doing. And like, yo, man, like you can shoot people across the goddamn map, bro, with this damn thing. And it's so powerful. So I love the Z11. That's mainly what I use that in the shotty. Except for the shielded guys, you kind of have to use the grenade launcher. Same thing with the RoboCop style mechs that's running around. You got to use the grenade launcher with them. But I use the Z11 for most everything else, and then I use the shotty. I don't really use the dual pistols as much anymore. I mostly use those weapons.
I use the rocket launcher and the shotgun. Like I'll throw the rocket launcher, I'll shoot that, I'll slow down time, then I'll just slug shot when they dead. Oh, yeah. And they don't put up a shield because you're getting 2 hits.
Yep. So yeah, man, listen, Rollderdrome, guys, it's $20. If you have PlayStation Plus, you get 34.
It's on sale.
I think you get a sale for it. I was gonna say, like, if you have PlayStation Plus, you get 34% off. So it's $20 with the 34% off. Guys, I games like this, like I really mean this too. Games like this should be supported, man, because it's unique, right? It's a cool development team that's making this, and it's fun, man. Like I really want y'all to go out and support it. If you digging it, it's $20. I say support it, guys. Support the devs. Support this game, man. Definitely play this game, man. It really is fun. I promise you. You're gonna enjoy your time with it, very, very much, man. So shout out to the developers over at Rollderdrome, and I think it's great. Bari, question for you, real quick. So we had a lot of great indies come out this year. A lot of great indies come out on PlayStation this year, and I think I think we've all decided, unanimously, like, yo, Sifu is definitely like, or at least let me say I think Sifu was like the best of the indies that we've gotten so far this year, but I think with Rollderdrome, that's slowly changing for me. Where like I think Rollderdrome might be that number one spot. But so far, based off what you play with Rollderdrome and then all the other indies that you've played this year so far, what's kind of got that number one, or what's creeping up to that number one spot for you personally? Do you think Rollderdrome has the potential or nah?
I think Rollderdrome has the potential, but I feel like Sifu is like my second favorite game, not just indie this year, but just overall. That's my second favorite game overall. Okay. Sifu is a game, is like I've been waiting for a game like that for a long time. Like a kung fu beat 'em up. That executed it well, and they executed that game well. So yeah, like I said, I'm only on the second part of Rollderdrome, so yeah, it could definitely change. But yeah, Sifu, like Horizon Forbidden West, Sifu is like my top 2 games.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And it's not just about this indie or whatnot, but Rollderdrome is definitely up there for me as far as like, so far the game captured me right away. You know what I mean? Instantly. But yeah, no, and then there's other games too, because Lost Epic, I'm enjoying that as well. Which I don't know if I want to call it indie, but it's definitely a smaller scale game. But nah, man, I think that Rollderdrome is definitely going to be up there on my list for sure.
Okay.
And I think once I beat the game, I'll definitely tell you. Yeah. But nah, it's one of those games that I feel like you can hang your head high. You can brag about like, yeah, I beat this game or I platinum this game. So yeah, it's definitely going to be, and the game is good. So it's definitely going to be one of those games that's going to be up there for me for sure.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's fair. I think for me, Rollerdrome, Seafool as well. Like if I had a top 5 right now, Seafool and Rollerdrome would be in that top 5 for sure. For sure, they would both be in that top 5 for me personally. But I think Rollerdrome. It's funny. Seafool, I think, is something that I've been missing for a long time as well. Like I definitely appreciate Seafool, and I mean I platinumed the game twice from scratch. You feel me? So that tells you how much I love Seafool. But I think Rollerdrome is a game I've been waiting for a long time too. Where a game like this where it's very Tony Hawk esque, Max Payne esque, kind of just like shooting around and doing the craziness. I've been wanting something like this for a long time. So, I'm happy with this, man. So yeah, Rollerdrome is up there for me as well, man. Like I said, shout out to the devs, guys. If you're interested, definitely pick it up. It's in the PlayStation Store. It's $20 with 34% off. So definitely check that out if you want.
I'm gonna definitely hit them up too because they followed me recently. Rollderdrome website. I mean the main page on Twitter.
Yep.
They follow me, yo, and I'm definitely going to DM them up and see if they want to come through on WUPS.
Yes, sir. Would love to talk to them. All right, so Kyle, man, we appreciate you being a member of Kyle 789. Appreciate you joining the WUPS Nation. Shout out to you, bro. And then Kyle, we also appreciate you 3 months as a member on the channel. He says, "What's good? What's good, Nation? Rollerdrome is a very great game. Planning on buying it soon when I get paid again. So great that I have played both PS4 and PS5 trials. Dope. That's dope, man. It's definitely gonna be great." And then Upchuck Gamer, appreciate you for the super chat, bro. Shout out to Plus on Block podcast, man. Make sure y'all check out Dre and Upchuck, man. The Plus on Block podcast. The link to that is in the description. And their podcast comes on every Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you're into fighting games or into the fighting game community, I want to get thoughts of very knowledgeable people when it comes to various of fighting games, definitely check out Plus on Block podcast. But Chuck says, appreciate you for the super chat, bro. He says this would be fire multiplayer. Absolutely. I think a multiplayer for this would have been amazing.
I think depending on how successful the game is, I think they probably have it like a multiplayer in the works regardless. But
yep.
I think that would speed up that update because I definitely can see because the maps are big too. It's not like these are small little enclosed areas. They're pretty wide. I think you can get probably 2 or 3 people on there, or even 4. If it could be PvP too, but I think they're probably gonna have like a co-op kind of thing.
I don't think co-op would be bad. I would much rather PvP. I feel like that'd be a little bit more fun to me personally. But co-op, I welcome it.
That's how the game is set up. I don't know how he's going to set up for PvP, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Like the premise of the game.
But Forget Me Not, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, y'all see that new Black Myth WuKong gameplay? Yeah, we're going to get to that later, Forget Me. We appreciate you. Then Henry Hack, man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, but I thought PlayStation didn't take chances with games. That's what they said. That's what a lot of people have been saying a lot of different things about a lot of different things. But all right, man. So that's our Rollerdrome impressions. Let's move on, man. Let's get into some more news, Bari, man. Starting off with PlayStation and these PSN accounts, right? So I think it was last week where we talked about how PlayStation might not. No. We were talking about PlayStation having, or it might have been your shot. I forgot if it was our show or something, but I remember PlayStation had an FAQ where people were worried that they were making PSN counts mandatory, right? But some more details came out about that, where with Spider-Man Remastered, someone found in the files that there was they could be planning to allow PlayStation players to link their PlayStation Network accounts to specific games and offer in-game bonuses as a rewards for doing so. So this was found in PlayStation's, like I said, in Spider-Man Remastered, in their files, where there's multiple references of PSN account link and PSN linking entitlements. Also, furthermore, it references in Spider-Man files to level cap extras in relation to PSN linking bonuses. Appears to suggest that developer Insomniac was either experimenting or planning to give players extra skill points for linking their accounts. Bari, what's your thoughts on this, man?
It's a new age coming. I think it makes perfect sense that PSN should be linked to these games. because like I said, this is something that PlayStation pushes, and this is how you get investors and all that stuff to jump on board and to invest into your company. When they list out all those monthly active users on PSN and all that stuff, this would boast those numbers up on the PC side of things. So I can definitely see something like this coming. Like I originally said with this whole PC movement, if you're gonna go into it all the way. So I don't know why you don't have like your own launcher, your own storefront, and and have PSN on there. You know what I mean? Especially if you're going to be doing all these live service games and all that stuff, it's going to be much harder to track everyone because this person is a Steam account playing with a PlayStation account. I don't know if PlayStation have that infrastructure to do all that, but if you have everybody under a PSN account, not only would it boast your numbers, but it will be much easier for you to track and see what people are doing with your games.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think PSN accounts should be mandatory, really and truly. Like if you're really trying to capture and cultivate that audience, let's capture and cultivate them. Let's capture them. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely think they should. It would be a smart move in my opinion. I think to do that, but there's definitely gonna be a lot of pushback. But we'll see what happens, man. It's a brand new PlayStation, Bari, like you said, and
it shouldn't be no pushback. You want to play these PlayStation games, it's no different than Microsoft and Xbox. Some of these games they require you to log into Xbox Live. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm not saying all of them because some of these games on Steam as well. But if these platforms want to boast people, how many users is on here, how many monthly active users are on here, these are the steps that you're gonna have to take to continue to do so. So
yep, I agree. But moving on. Listen, man. So there's all types of award shows, Bari, that like come out and like there's all types of awards that are happening to show appreciation to developers, the mocap actresses and actors, and all these different things. So one of the things that I saw this week that got some recognition was the Decima engine, and we know that the Decima engine was used to create Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, and Death Stranding as well. So
what is that game?
What is Death that, Stranding? Right? I know, right? So
we don't speak on that game anymore. We're
gonna talk about that later, I promise. So the Decima engine won an award from the ACM SIGGRAPH committee, and what they what the ACM SIGGRAPH are, they are a special interest group on computer graphics and interactive techniques. So it's like a conference, and so the Decima engine won the Real-Time Live Best in Show award. So I just wanted to give some appreciation to that, man, to see, I think it's great to see, because, we saw Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, has won a lot of like developmental technical prowess awards and all these other great things, right? I'm just happy to see that a lot of the advancements in gaming and game development that PlayStation Studios have been making within the industry the past couple of years are being recognized amongst their peers. What's your thoughts on this, Bari?
I mean, that's from a gamer standpoint, a player standpoint. I always felt like Decima engine is one of those engines that push these video games forward. They constantly like set the bar for everything. And just look at Horizon Forbidden West, look at Death Stranding, look at all those games that are using those engines. Of course, you're going to see the praise and off that game using that engine. So I can't even see the Decima engine being even licensed out, because that's what they did with Death Stranding. You know what I mean? And I can see this is a new PlayStation, man. So I can see a lot of things going to be changing up, especially when it comes to their engines with PlayStation, proprietary engines. But I think that the Decima engines are amazing. thing, and the people that actually develop or in the industry creating these games, they acknowledge it as well. You know what I mean? So on both sides, you can just definitely tell that this is a great engine. The gamers see it, and the developers that create games, they're acknowledging it as well. So.
Exactly. Well, very well said, sir. Very well said. Moving on. Let's talk about Call of Duty, Bari. Let's talk about COD. Let's talk about
What
COD,
is
man.
that?
The game that keeps on giving, right?
What is that?
So Call of Duty, they confirmed this week that you will be able to play the campaign early. So if you pre-ordered Modern Warfare 2 digitally, you can start playing the entire campaign 1 week early on October 20th. Boy, how you feel about this? You think this is a smart move? Is this desperation? What you think?
No, I think this is very smart. You know, one thing with Call of Duty is that a lot of people don't really play the multiplayer. Not multiplayer, the single player. It gets skipped. You know, I'm one of those people. You know, not for every Call of Duty, but majority of them, I will skip the single player. So, you know what I mean? It sucks that, you know, these developers put all this time into creating the stories and all these, you know, money that goes into these things. And, you know, it doesn't really get played like that or get finished. You know what I mean? Look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty is like one of the best-selling games in gaming every year. But when you look at that trophy as far as completing the, story, you don't really see as high as some of these smaller games, which, you know, rightfully so. But I'm pretty sure the developers, they want to see that increase. You know what I mean? All that money, all that time, all that stuff go into it. So, yeah, I think it's a smart move. I don't think it's desperate at all. I think it's a very smart move because the story is definitely different from the multiplayer. So yeah, push, you know, give people incentive. Oh, you get to play the story 4 days early or a week early or something like that. You know, people knock that out because the stories are not long anyway. You knock that out and then you're ready for the multiplayer, ready to go. So I think it's a smart move.
Yeah, I agree. I'm someone as well who I never play COD campaigns. Like the last COD campaign I played was Black Ops 4, right? So, you know, I definitely, you know, I think with this one, this go around, I think I'm gonna play the campaign. I'm gonna play the campaign and I'm gonna get through it. You know, it gives us a week, or at least I'm gonna try to. And the campaigns are never really that long. The campaigns are always like what, 8 hours, 7 hours. So I think I'll be able to get through it pretty quickly.
Depends the difficulty you play on too. Like, I know Modern Warfare 2019 was the last campaign I actually completed.
Yeah.
And that was like what, 6 hours, and I played on the hardest difficulty for that. So
oh yeah, so then
if you playing like an easier difficulty, I'm pretty sure you can knock it out much.
Oh no, I'm playing on the hardest. I'm playing on the hard difficulties, man. You already know. Yeah, so I'm interested to see anyway, man. Like, cause you know this is on a new engine. You know, we're going to be getting a multiplayer beta in September. So you know, I definitely want to experience it all. So I'll definitely play the campaign at that time as well, just to kind of see what's up.
But yeah, all the campaigns, the ones I've played, they've always been good. You know, there's no real issues. Just like, yo, people just want to play that multiplayer. You know what I mean? So they don't want to be left behind. You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
I was gonna say, man, like
feeling like, damn, people leveling up. They're leveling up their guns, and you coming in here butt naked. It's not the greatest feeling. So that's why you want to get on that multiplayer quick. But you know, releasing it a couple of days early, I think that's a smart move.
Yo, that's what I was saying too, man. It's like, yo, man, Call of Duty, man. You can't, when a new COD comes out, you got to be on it. Like, in terms of the multiplayer, getting your gun camos, getting your KD right, getting your win-loss right, learning the maps, learning the lanes, learning the spawns. Like, yo, it's like a ritual at this point, man. Like, you know, you spend the whole weekend, you know, no life in COD, trying to get good, trying to understand everything. And then you just you just cruise from there. You feel me? So, I get it. But, so that's COD, man. Let us know in the chat, too, if y'all going to be picking up Call of Duty this year. I'm interested to see how many people are gonna pick this up. But yo, let's get these super chats. Yo,
at least play the beta.
Yeah, at least play the beta. See if you would like it or not, because it will be open and free in September. Yo, shout out to Unicron, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, "Sup, fellas, have a great show. Unicron never loses." Appreciate you, man. And then True Virgil, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, "Is Rollderdrome on the green box? That's all I have."
Nah,
We're not
Rollerdrome's
gonna.
a PlayStation exclusive for now.
Yes, PlayStation exclusive for now. But okay, let's move on. Speaking of things that are green, yo man, listen, this week, and listen guys, this is a PlayStation centric show, but I know there was a lot of conversations surrounding PlayStation with this, so this is why we're talking about this, right? Because a spokesperson from PlayStation confirmed, so this is definitely something we're going to talk about. So Death Stranding, we know that Death Stranding is a game made by Kojima Productions and published by PlayStation on the PlayStation platforms. Now, when it comes to the PC version of Death Stranding, that is obviously published by Kojima, but developed by Kojima, but it was published by 505 Games, right? So news came out the other day that Death Stranding is going to be coming to PC Game Pass. So it's going to be on Game Pass on PC, right? And a lot of people were mad at Kojima and mad at PlayStation, specifically
Traitors.
Calling PlayStation, calling Kojima a traitor. Coming at PlayStation saying, PlayStation is going full third part, all this weird, crazy stuff, right? And a lot of, I mean, yeah, kind of, sort of. And so, there was a lot of misinformation that was being spread around about this, but one of the big things was that, PlayStation didn't know about this or PlayStation set this up, all this crazy stuff. So I'm glad that it has been confirmed that so the original article is Sony had no involvement in Death Stranding's deal with PlayStation, with PC Game Pass, and this is the updated section here where it says Sony had no involvement with Death Stranding's release on PC Game Pass, despite the platform holder owning the intellectual properties and funding the development of this title. Matters related to the PC release of Death Stranding are managed by Kojima Productions and 505 Games. SIE had no involvement in the promotion. It raises the question, how has the Japanese giant managed to negotiate a licensing deal where it had zero control over where its product is ultimately distributed? Obviously, we've seen a similar situation unfold with MLB The Show, and perhaps worth pointing out that the PC Game Pass version of the release will be based on the original Death Stranding campaign and not its expanded director's cut. The latter was also published by 505 Games on storefronts such as Steam, so it's possible. That's all that. So Bari, I think the writer here asks a great question. How PlayStation would negotiate a licensing deal where it has zero control over where it's produced, where it's ultimately distributed. But I also think, because I was thinking about this the other day, I think this might also be a big reason why they have Nixxes under their belt now as well. Because we know that Nixxes, they do a lot of porting, and they've been doing a lot of the porting of some of the PlayStation's games to PC now. So I think this might be PlayStation making sure that they control 100% of the situation when it comes to where these games are distributed, so that they control how it, who it goes to, when it goes to them, and all those different things. But, what's your thoughts on this whole situation and PlayStation, all of it? Just give me your thoughts.
Yeah, at the time when this game is in development or when it came out, PlayStation didn't really care to distribute anything on PC. So that's not their platform. They're not going to pay for it. So you're going to have another, publisher publish the game on PC. That's typically normal business when it comes to video games. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to regions, when it comes to different platforms, you would typically see somebody different publishing it because the main platform or the main publisher of the game, they don't want to pay or put any money towards them distributing the game on a different platform. So yeah, now their philosophy and their business is much different because they're actually paying or putting out an effort to put their games on PC. You know what I mean? But my whole thing is that I want people to understand is that yes, 505 is distributing the game. They get control of where the game goes on PC. It's common sense at this point, yes. but at the end of the day, it's a PlayStation owned IP. What I want to let people know is that, yeah, PlayStation, they wasn't involved in where the game was going on PC, but pretty sure they know where their game is going. You know what I mean? A lot of people sometimes when it comes to business, just ask yourself the simple question is as far as like, okay, if you created something, a product that you own, you don't know where your product is being distributed. You're gonna always know where your product has been distributed. Is the fact that PlayStation, they don't have any contention of where their product is being distributed. So that's why you've seen these things go into Game Pass. You think PlayStation doesn't know? You think SIE doesn't know that these games are going to Game Pass or not in the talks of these games going to Game Pass? Their philosophy, their business has just changed. So you're not going to see no involvement of them, especially on a platform that they're not distributing or paying for, the game to be put out on. You know what I mean? So yeah, but at the end of the day is that it's their product, they own it, so they know, but they just don't care. They're pushing the whole PC thing anyway. So that's all I'm saying is that yeah, PlayStation didn't have any involvement in it, but I'm pretty sure they know or they knew where their product was going. It was going to Game Pass. Probably if this was probably like, well, I wouldn't say probably 5 years ago because like I said, they didn't pay for any type of distribution on PC platform because they didn't care at the moment. But yeah, you do see the moves. You do see those those movements where now their games that they own, they are paying to publish on the PC platform because they're pushing for that more. So yeah, it's going to be a different ballpark when it comes to those things.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. I mean, we've talked about this a number of times, Bari, but I just think like, when it comes to like PlayStation's like, I don't want to say messaging because again, they had no control over the PC version of this, but I want things like this to not just continuously happen like this, where it's just like, yo, and again, that's why I think Nixus is now a part of the repertoire, right? Because now it gives PlayStation the ability to control the entire narrative.
I mean, now they always had the control. Like God of War wasn't ported by somebody that they own. Horizon wasn't ported, but I don't think it was. I think it was overseen. The only thing that Nixus really does is that now they have. It's probably going to cost less. They don't have to go outside. That's
what I'm saying.
To port anything.
No, I get that, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying them having Nixus gives them the ability to now whatever games they're going to port to PC moving forward. They have an in-house entity that can do that. And they control 100% of the narrative, or excuse me, control 100% of distribution. You get what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing.
The only reason why they're gonna have 100% distribution because now they are publishing it themselves. Like
that's what I'm saying, Bari.
Horizon.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, but I'm saying they have Nixus now to do that.
Yeah, because it's gonna be cheaper for them to port the games. They don't have to go outsource it.
Yes.
That's the only reason, not the publishing stuff. The publishing stuff is just them doing it themselves. That's why I'm bringing up God of War and Horizon a lot because that was not in-house, but they still have control because they are publishing it.
Yeah. We'll see what happens moving forward, man. It's just all this PC shit is weird. It's just weird, bro. Y'all know how we feel about it, man.
It's just a different beast now. You know what I mean? Like. I still think the console is still the priority for PlayStation because they're not really showing anything different to say like, okay, the console is not the priority. We just got to see much, much more of what they're delivering to the console. You know what I mean? Because yeah, these games are coming out for the consoles first and all that stuff, but we just don't know a lot of things for the console still. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We just know that it's not just all about the console gamers no more when it comes to PlayStation. You got to share your shit.
Pretty much.
I don't want to piss on the PlayStation game.
You got to share it, man. That's what it is, man. But yo, man, Bari, let's talk about some gameplay real quick, man. It's a couple of games that we're going to talk about real quick, but let's get into some gaming talk. So the game I want to talk about first is Myth WuKong, which we just got a new 8 minutes of exclusive new gameplay today or the other day. And this is on the Nvidia channel, so this is definitely PC, 100%. But you
Oh
know,
yeah.
this, you know, we both watched it, so I just want to like talk about this because we were talking about how like soul, the Souls like genre is getting oversaturated, but is Black Myth WuKong not a game that you're excited for, and it's looking like a really interesting take on a Souls like game?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm interested in hell in this game when I first saw it because I'm a big fan of Sun Wukong. So I'm a big fan of the Monkey King. This is a character that I've been reading about and seen a lot of iterations about, and to see like a game like in this level, you do have those other smaller games or some other games like Journey to the West and all that stuff, which is this is what the character is based on. Uh, but now the scene in the game, like in this adaptation, like you're actually playing as the Monkey King, not just a version of the Monkey King or some type of adaptation of the Monkey King. Yeah, this is cool, man. And I'm super, super hyped. And it shows all his abilities too. That's what's making me hype about it. Like, yeah, it's a Souls game. I think it's going to be a very, very hard game, but just to see that all his transformations is going to be there. I'm pretty sure they're not going to have all his transformation. I think, Wukong got like, I think it's like 60 or something. I know it's a high amount of transformations that this god or person could. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of transformations that he can do, yo. So I don't know if they're gonna have every single one in there, but nah, man, I'm super happy to see this game and just to see more gameplay of it. I'm just praying, like I said earlier before Persona, I hope it comes to the consoles. You know what I mean? I hope it just comes to the consoles because all we've seen is like PC stuff. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to come to it. I'm pretty sure it's going to come to it. But yeah, if you guys don't know Sun Wukong or the Monkey King, this is a character that Goku's based off of. You know what I mean? Journey of the West, this is Dragon Ball pretty much. This is his own little version of Dragon Ball. Well, this is the original version of all that stuff. But nah, man, I'm a big fan of the character and I can't wait. I know we're gonna wait though. That's the thing. I can't wait, but I know we're gonna wait, yo. And this look too good, Persona. Yo, when you messaged me this gameplay, bro, I was like, yo, son, yo, this shot look too good, dog. This shot look too good. I'm talking about like the rocks breaking up, the trees, all the environments destroying, all that stuff. I'm like, yo, son, like, yo, I hope every single portion of what we've seen it comes on the console, but we'll see, man.
Yeah, I want to skip ahead, show like this area right here where like he's gonna disperse like the whole waterfall. It's crazy. Yo, listen,
bro.
this game, it's amazing. Yo, listen, this game really is amazing. It looks amazing, man. Like, I do hope this comes to play. I'm about 75% sure that this game is coming to PlayStation. I remember I remember seeing like, yo, this is coming to like next gen consoles and PC only, but I could be wrong. I think this is coming to PlayStation 5 for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But yo,
no
this
PS4
looks
shit.
no. This ain't no PS4. No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
This is not coming to PS4. Not at all. Like y'all.
The chat saying, yeah, it's coming to PlayStation.
Yeah. So cool. Listen, I'm on this day one, man. The aesthetic of this world, this boss fight, this dragon boss fight that we're seeing, his transformations, this work, like everything about this game, just like, yo, this looks so good, bro. Like, I cannot wait for this game, man. And it's being made by I forgot the name of the Chinese development team that's making this, but a lot of these teams from these games that we've been seeing, like from like over in the East, really are like amazing, man. Because we got Project Eve, we got this, we got Fist and the others that have come out. This just looks so high quality. It looks very ambitious, and this is being made on Unreal Engine 5. That's also why this looks so sharp and just so amazing. It's on UE5. So
oh yeah, okay.
This,
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, this is a very, very ambitious game. But I also think UE5 is also giving them the ability to do this because of everything that it can do. And we remember UE5 was showcased on the PlayStation 5. So I think any game that's being made on UE5, listen, I know developers. I ain't gonna speak like I know all the ins and outs and all this, but I would assume that if an engine is being shown on UE5, the engine like UE5 is being shown on a PS5, I would assume that whatever developers are making their game on a UE5, PlayStation is able to kind of like, carry the load. Pause. But look at this look at this rock transformation, bro. When I seen this and seen him like rushing in and dropping down on him and all that, I'm like, bro, I can't wait for this game, bro. Watch, he about to walk around. He about to walk around and fall on him and bust one of his canisters, bro. Crazy. Yo, this game is amazing. This game is amazing.
Yeah, like and the perfect dodges. He got the after image dodge, which is just dope, man. Like, yeah, this is definitely up there on the anticipation list. Does the gameplay itself look great, and does the character of what it's based on? Yeah, I'm there 100% day one.
This is a day one. This one in what's that other one? Crimson Desert. That's the other one that's being made by some Chinese. I think it's Chinese or Asian devs that are making that as well over in the East. So there's a lot of great games coming out of the East that are really highly anticipated that are going to be next gen only and are very ambitious. You're gonna smack him with that thing.
This game right here, you're not waiting to see like, oh, is this coming to a service? Nah, buying this thing.
Nah. We're not waiting for no services, man.
Yeah, yo, like, is this coming to PlayStation Plus Premium? Nah, man, we get this day one.
Oh man, so that's Black Myth WuKong, man. Definitely let us know in the comments how you feeling about that. Bari, another one too. Is Gotham Knights, man. Gotham Knights went gold this week, man. It went gold this week. So we're locked in for that October 25th date, right? I have been doing some gameplay reactions because they so IGN has been doing, IGN does IGN first, where they've been
my bad, I said that loud.
Where
sorry, IGN. I'm sorry, man. I'm not a big fan of IGN first, man. You know what I mean? Like the descriptions of the stuff is just lackluster at best. You know what I mean? Like, yo, really and truly, like, you're doing a better job. Respectfully. when it comes to like breaking down the stuff. They've been releasing a lot of clips this week. They've been showing Red Hood a lot of love this week, and I feel like the reason why they were doing that, it's definitely on purpose, because the public reception with Red Hood when they first showed the gameplay of him was not good. They were not feeling Red Hood. Everybody wasn't feeling him. Yeah, of course. Everybody was just like, yo, Red Hood looks terrible. His movement speed his movement ability is stupid. It doesn't make sense. All this stuff. So I think it's only right that they would focus on Red Hood. And I gotta be honest, man. And the skill tree one, we don't have to talk about that. We could talk about the high level builds one, because I think that's the one that really, I think, showcases him in the best light, because you have the two movement abilities, not movement abilities, but the two builds that you can go for with the marksman ability and the brawler ability, which I think the brawler ability is the best ability in my opinion. But the game's gone gold. Have you watched those videos that have been released in Bari? Yeah, I watch every single video. I think the marksman is going to be the cheap joint. I think if you want to get through this game, really truly, as much as hate that people are saying about Red Hood, I feel like if you want the easiest time with this game, you're gonna play Red Hood. Yo, that marksman shit is cheap, bro.
Yeah.
It's cheap, dog. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion from what I'm seeing. Yeah, I watch all the videos. I watch your impressions and breakdowns as well. I'm liking all those aspects of the game. Like, they always told you, everybody, that this is like an action, RPG type game, more than just like like the typical, Arkham type build game. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm intrigued by it. I enjoy that they highlighted Red Hood a lot. Other people's opinions or our opinions wasn't the strongest with him. But I can see how this character is going to be very cheap, and plus he got like the tanky build, and you spoke about the brawler side as well. It's like, I think this character is going to be hella cheap, but you already know where I'm waiting for. Oh, you already know who I'm going to be in there for. The best Robin, that's my man Tim Drake.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to be the best character and the most fun character to play with, because his traversal looks godlike.
Yeah, Batgirl is definitely the main. Um, so you know, I'm building her up. She about to be a beast. You know, when we run these co-op missions, it's gonna be fire. But I do you know, and you know, Barry, whenever I play like games like this, if they have like a healer or a tank type role, I'm normally gonna gravitate towards like the tank or the healer. But I like that, you know, like Red Hood is definitely the tank of the group. Like you know, they definitely pretty much all but confirmed that.
Look at that, bro.
And it's pretty crazy, like, you know, like how tanky it is. And I'm just like, yo, especially seeing like the skill tree and seeing like the high level builds. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit to the brawler build. But you know, looking at the brawl, even looking at like the brawler build, um, the brawler just looks so fun and just so just like right up my speed, man. And I'm just like, yo, in your face, being able to heal yourself, doing all these crazy electric abilities and all this stuff. I'm just like, yo, this Red Hood really is looking like my type of character. And remember, at first when they first announced this game, I said it was gonna be Nightwing and Red Hood. I said it was gonna be Batgirl and Red Hood, but then I changed my mind once I saw Nightwing. But seeing this Red Hood, man, he might be the main on the squad, bro. Real talk.
Red Hood looking, yeah, he's looking dope.
Yeah,
I can't front. And I mean, like I think both classes are both.
Yo,
styles
look at that electric arc. Look at that arc. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I like the different variety of enemies that they're throwing in there too, man.
Yeah, so
this is gonna be a big game. It's not gonna be like a small ass game, like a little section of Gotham that you win. You pretty much in all of Gotham.
No, it's the whole world. It's the whole Gotham City, like all of it. And I think that's one of the main reasons why this is next gen only, because this world's gonna be huge, man. And it's not just gonna be just like the overworld. It's also gonna be very dense as well, because there's gonna be a lot of underground areas as well on top of underneath the city. Like because I remember they were saying that there's also a city within the city underneath. So they had to not just build out, but they built down. And I'm like, yo, yeah. that gets me excited, because again, y'all know I'm extremely hyped for Gotham Knights. I know a lot of people have been like shitting on this game and trying to say it looks bad or it doesn't look fun and all this other stuff. And can I go on a rant for a second, Bari, please? Can I go on a rant? Can I go on a rant? This stuff kills me, man. The reason why this stuff kills me is because you look at, you know, and listen, I love Elden Ring, but I'm always going to bring up Elden Ring as the example, because this game has really exposed a lot of people in this community as being extremely hypocritical. Elden Ring does not look the prettiest. It has a lot of performance issues and all this other stuff, and people praise this game to the high heavens. But then you look at a game like Gotham Knights, and you won't accept that stuff. Cut the cap, man. Cut the cap. Cut the cap. Cut the cap. Let's cut the cap, bruh. Let's cut the cap. You feel me? You cannot sit here and say you hype for Elden Ring and all these other great games, which, you know, listen, I platinum Elden Ring.
Gameplay.
I platinum Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring is a fun game. I enjoyed my time. I put over 100 hours in that game. You feel me? I put time into that. So I'm verifiable when it comes to being able to speak on this. It is not a pretty looking game. And it had frame issues all over the place. But we accept that. I'm not seeing this new build that they're showing. I haven't seen no frame issues. It looks better to me in terms of Gotham Knights. It looks better. I'm excited. The combat looks cool. You know, I see people shitting on a skill tree. I'm just like, yo, man. I don't know what y'all are looking for, but y'all can't. In these types of situations, you can't be fine with one and not the other. Cut the cap. Cut the cap, man. You got to cut the cap, bro. I'm sorry. It's just not going to work here. But shout out to WB Montreal, man. I'm excited for Gotham Knights. It drops October 25th. Make sure y'all check that out if you're interested. You know, and that's pretty much that, man. Another quick news, real quick. Keeping in the realm of gaming. Cult of the Lamb, man. Bari, I know you don't like this game. I'll be quick. So shout out to Cult of the Lamb, man. Listen,
well, I ain't played the game. I'm just not interested in the game. It's not a dislike or like it or something. Not interested.
No, I know. Listen, guys, Cult of the Lamb has hit 1 million players in its first week. I'm very happy for this because, listen, this is a fun, addictive, great game. If you have not played Cult of the Lamb, highly, highly, highly recommended. It was my spotlight for this week. So they did hit 1 million players, man. So shout out to Cult of the Lamb, man. I'm really happy for that, for them and their success over at Devolver Digital and Massive Monsters development team. So shout out to y'all. And this last quick bit of news is Elden Ring, man. Elden Ring has shipped 16.6 million copies.
After you just bash a game, put some respect.
Absolutely,
on Elden Ring.
Absolutely. And Elden Ring will most definitely get its respect because I'm happy. You understand? Elden Ring is a great game. Definitely go pick that up. It's an easier Souls game to get into, right? Get that Mimic tier plus 10, and you pretty much gonna breeze through the game. But nah, shout out to Elden Ring, man. What's your thoughts on this, Bari? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by it. I think the community did a great job, selling the game. As far as when it comes to a Souls game, I think it's one of the easier ones that I've played, but it's also one of the most fun ones that I've played as well. Yeah, I enjoy my time at Elden Ring. It's good to see that, great games are actually selling. That people will support a great game, regardless of how you got to it. If you enjoyed it, if you had a great time with it, that's all that matters. But yeah, people enjoying it, and we're pretty sure we're going to see much more of Elden Ring or just much more games like this now, because that's a huge feat for a game like that, man. So congrats to them.
I agree. That's a big feat to be the highest selling game of all Souls games right now. Congrats to their success.
According to the install basers, that's definitely it's a failure Persona, man, because it's out on multiple platforms. Only 16 million, with like 200 and 300, 500,000 million. You know how the people go.
Hey, yo, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. All right, man. Yo, let's talk about it, man. All right, let's talk about this Embracer group.
Embrace it.
Let's embrace the Embracer. Oh, let me get these super chats real quick. Yo, Gian the Dom, man, appreciate you, man. Being 4 months as WUPS on the WUPS Nation, bro. He says, been catching up on Final Fantasy VII Remake Intermission DLC, but I'm gonna try out Rollderdrome since it looks great and we'll find time to replay Kana on New Game Plus. Yeah, man. Shout out to Final Fantasy VII Remake. That Intermission DLC is fire, so you definitely enjoying that.
Best DLC out.
Yes, I can say that comfortably as well. True Witty, man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, and Cult of the Lamb is not on GP, so it sells. Yeah, I mean, it's a great game, so that's always great. But yo, let's talk about this.
Word of mouth is stronger than any of these services, yo. If somebody is if a lot of people is agreeing that a game is great and people are posting it and they're showcasing that would entice people much more, in my opinion, than any service. And Elden Ring is one of those games. Reviews, videos, talks, and boom, that game sold like hotcakes.
Yeah, I think some of it is also FOMO. A lot of people, they see their friends playing the game, they want to get in on it as well.
Absolutely, I want to try that out.
Yep. So shout out to their success. But moving on, man. Let's talk about this Embracer group, man, because they are
They taking over.
We got call Embracer Group Lex Luthor or something, man. They out here on that bullshit. They acquiring all types of shit. So confirmed this week, Embracer Group has acquired Limited Run Games, which are the ones that make those special editions of different games and stuff like that. Singtrix, which is vocal processing technology. Tuxedo Labs, Tripwire Interactive, which they made Killing Floor. And they also acquired the IP rights to Lord of the Rings and Hobbit literary works. So now they have 200. So this is also from them. They have 220 ongoing game development projects, including 25 AAA games to be released until fiscal year 2025-2026. Highly anticipated AAA game to be announced soon and released in the fourth quarter. Multiple announcements will be at Gamescom. Embracer has also acquired another company within PC console gaming, which won't be disclosed today due to commercial reasons. The purchase price for this undisclosed acquisition is in the range of being among either third or fourth largest of the transactions. Embracer has also acquired its first Japanese studio, Masahiro Yuge's new studio, Tatsujin, which owns the entire Toplan library, with the help of also acquiring Bitwave Games Gimmick, is headed to modern consoles. What the hell? And then what was also confirmed, Bari, is that KOTOR is still on track. So it's not coming out this year, but it's on track. Yeah, they changed developers and it's on track. Jeez. Where do I start? Let's just start with the rundown of what was confirmed as a quiet, Bari. Like, what's your talk to us, man? Like that consolidation,
big bucks.
That consolidation that Sean Layden was talking about, boy. Ooh-wee.
Yeah,
it's happening.
That's definitely what he was talking about. But nah, I mean, some of these things when I look at it, it's just like, okay, wasn't on my radar. They seem to acquire a lot of things that's not on people's radar, but when it just adds up, it becomes on people's radar, because now when you look at all the stuff that they have acquired in the past and everything, it's just like, damn, they are out here just, gobbling everything up. But like when I saw this, I was just like, limited run games, I think that's a big acquisition in my opinion, because especially for those physical, people that like physical disc and media, you're always going to get, business from that. That Centrix, I don't know what that was. Tuxedo Labs, I didn't know what that was. Tripwire Interactive, I know what it was. I like Ken Floor, but it's not. I'm like, oh wow, they bought Tripwire Interactive. You know what I mean? But now when you just look at the bulk of what they now own, it's just like, damn, yo, they really out here, because you have the whole Square Enix Western Division, the IP rights to Lord of the Rings literary works, so like the books and all that stuff. And it's just like, yo, they really out here just acquiring shit. You know what I mean? And then now you looking at stuff like, yo, they got 25 AAA games to be released from now to 2025 to 2026. It's just like, yo, that's a lot of games. That's a lot of games that put in a lot of money into it, especially if they say AAA. That's a lot of, funding that's going there. So yeah, man, Embracer, they definitely out here spending their money, and they definitely flaunting it, and they showing it. And they're definitely somebody that you have to pay attention to when it comes to, especially right now, Embracer can be like, oh, we're going to start our own service, because that's what everybody's going towards, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to put our games in this service. They have a lot of IPs and a lot of content. They can just like, yo, boom, whatever they want their service to be called. And that's the goal. It looks like a lot of these companies are going for. So, they have to keep their eye and look out for, Embracer.
Yep.
This is going to force a lot of people to be like, oh, damn, we have to acquire this now, or we might speed up a lot of these acquisitions.
Yep, I agree. So in terms of the acquisition, that the big one that they said is the transaction size of this is the third or fourth. When we look at transactions of recent time in terms of acquisitions within the game industry, the biggest one right now is the Activision acquisition, which is at $70 billion, and then the second gaming, I think. Yeah, and then the second largest gaming one is Take-Two, which is the $12 billion acquisition of Zynga, right?
Microsoft might be third too with the whole Mojang. I think that was like 12 billion too.
No, Mojang was 2 billion.
Oh, it was 2 billion? Okay.
Yeah, Mojang was 2 billion. And then I think Bethesda might have been the third though, with
the third.
like 7 or 8 billion, 9 billion.
Yeah.
So what what do you if it's something that's creeping around the third or fourth largest gaming acquisition? I mean, Ubisoft, Capcom, EA, Take-Two. Like, who do you think it could be, bruh?
Yo, I don't know, man.
I just hope it's not Square.
Really, truly, you know how I think, man. I'm just thinking about PlayStation. Hopefully, they acquire Square Enix.
Yo, not hopefully.
That's when I see all these acquisitions and all that stuff. That's what I'm looking at. Like, yo, PlayStation. Like,
there is no hopefully though. There is no hopefully, Bari. Like, PlayStation needs to lock it down and just and call it a day. Because these things are happening at a rapid pace. What did I tell you guys? I always say to you guys, business is always happening, even when you're sleeping. Contracts are being signed, money is being exchanged, emails are being sent, and deals are being made. You understand? This is something that has been in the works for a minute, even during the news of the Activision acquisition. So with PlayStation, I'm sure there's efforts and strides being made to do acquisitions, because Jim Ryan has already said that there are their acquisitions is not done. They recently hired an antitrust lawyer, right, which also lets you know that they're trying to beef up their legal team and staff. So in case they run into these antitrust issues again with their acquisitions, they're well prepared. But they're also they also hired a new, I forgot what the person's name was, but somebody new for mergers and acquisitions as well. And like I said, Jim Ryan has also said they are nowhere near done with acquisitions. So I think that we're definitely going to see more of these things come down the pipeline. But I agree with Bari, where Square Enix is like the top of the list for me. Over Capcom, EA, all that shit. Square is absolutely what PlayStation needs to lock down, like, right now. And listen, they might have already came to the agreement and just, they just waiting for the day to announce it. Like, who knows, right? But there's a lot of big players out here, man. A lot of big players that don't have consoles. They just want to own the shit so that they can get the money. Embracer Group gets the monies. Shout out to Bari. Mm-hmm. They just want to own it so they can get the money, so they can control the narrative, so they can control the deals. I don't want PlayStation to get caught with their pants down in these type of situations where one of their oldest partnerships, Square, gone. Can't happen. So, PlayStation, get on the ball. Get to it. And listen, like I said, it's probably already done. They just waiting. They might not even announce it this year. It might be next year. It might be, summer next year. Who knows, right? But they need to get on that. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of big wigs out here. They got to get on that. But shout out to Embracer Group, man. Sean Layden was right. That consolidation within the industry is happening right before our eyes, man. Like, the Embracer Group now owns upwards of like 50 plus development teams. And if this largest acquisition that they're talking about, when you're talking about a third or fourth largest gaming acquisition, you're not talking a developer. You're talking a publisher. So if they're now going to lock down a publisher under their belt, we're talking what, an additional 10 to 15 development studios, maybe, depending on who it is, or development teams.
They said it's more for like PC, right? They said they're not going to. Oh no, it says another acquisition, another company within PC and console gaming, which won't be disclosed. So
it's one of the ones that we know. EA, Ubisoft, Capcom, Square Enix, Sega, Konami.
Probably EA or Ubisoft.
I think it's either EA or Ubisoft, because EA was already in talks of, they already were floating the idea of being acquired, and Ubisoft is trying to they're trying to stop the other companies from acquiring them, right? But they also expressed interest of, floating around, looking at different prices to see, what's acceptable and what's not, right? Listen. This is the game industry, guys. Services and acquisitions.
It's a big ass deal that they say, yo, we ain't gonna announce it because we don't upset people.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what they're saying.
Like, yo,
that's pretty much what they're saying.
This is low key. We want to make sure this is actually go through before we announce this shit.
Yep. But yo, let's move on, man. So let's get to some Avengers talk real quick, man. Oh yeah, let me get these super chats real quick. Shout out to Forget Me Not. they say for the super chat, they say Capcom, FromSoft, Square, and Konami all being bought. By who though? Not Embracer. That's a lot of money from Embracer.
Well, From Software already is under Kadokawa.
Kodokawa, so they would have to buy Kodokawa.
Yeah.
Unless Kodokawa
and PlayStation.
decides to split.
The thing is, what PlayStation doing or Sony's doing, that they invest in all of those, because Sony has a big investment in Kadokawa as well.
Yeah.
When it comes to the anime distribution and production.
And then shout out to Webhead. He says, just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake. That game had no business being that amazing.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Game,
I love to see it, man. Yo, a lot of people is playing and beating Final Fantasy VII Remake, and yo, it's growing on them, man. You know what I mean? I love to see it. Every Twitter space we do, it's like, yo, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's great. I beat Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's great. So that's what we telling y'all, man. It's great games, man. Try these games out, man. You guys are gamers. Try different experiences. Give it a go.
Yep. But moving on, man. Let's get to some Avengers talk real quick. So, Avengers has confirmed that the next character that's coming to Marvel's Avengers is going to be the Winter Soldier. There's also going to be a new villain-focused Warzone traversal and combat updates, new Omega-level threat Ames cloning lab, and obviously Winter Soldier. And that's all coming within the next two big updates for 2022. One of the updates is supposed to be hitting towards the end of this month, August, or beginning of September. In September. But that update won't have Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier update will be closer to the end of 2022. What's your thoughts, Bari?
My thoughts is that you see how like leaks can kill an excitement. You know what I mean? Like every character that they announced, we knew, because from Black Panther onward, we knew like all these characters that was going to come to the goddamn game. But still seeing it, I was like, all right, this look dope. I think Winter Soldier is going to be dope, because just seeing how Black Widow plays. Black Widow is pretty much like probably my third character that I would go to in this game. They're pretty cheap, especially with the guns. They're pretty cheap in this game. You can sit back and relax. Definitely want to see how they're going to implement him. I know he's obviously going to have his arms and stuff like that he's going to showcase, but I know he's going to have a lot of weapons. You know what I mean?
Weapons,
but yeah. What I'll tell you this, like going to Avengers and playing them Omega level threats, they keep increasing them shits. Them jumps is very hard. You got to get those masteries up on point, because these enemies will wipe you out instantly, quick.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I like that they're increasing the difficulty in a lot of these stuff, because it incentivizes people actually leveling up their characters and like building them up like really, really strong. But yeah, we're gonna see how they do Winter Soldier, man, when they do that war table.
Yeah, I'm excited for Winter Soldier. You know, I'm hoping that I think he's gonna be really fun to play as. I'm just kind of interested. I'm interested to see it. Those Omega level threats, I haven't even completed. Actually, no, I think we did complete the Android one. I think, yeah, but yeah, those are really tough. I haven't played Avengers in a minute, so it would be cool to go back and level up Winter Soldier.
Mighty Thor is cheap.
Yeah, I know. You know, yeah. I'm lying. I did try Mighty Thor out. She is pretty good.
I gotta level her up crazy, but she's cheap, yo.
Yeah. But yo, moving on. Bari, they finally added a pony fighting game.
Absolutely.
Yo, man, so let's talk about this game real quick. It's called Demz Fightin Herdz.
Yes, sir.
So this is a fighting game where you're a pony. So it's a pony fighting game.
You're multiple animals, but yeah, you know the pony's gonna get highlighted.
Absolutely. Unicorn. Well, yeah, pony, unicorn, stallion, all that other stuff.
You got a cow.
Yeah, cow. This is different. Like I don't know what to think about this just yet. Like I just feel like, you know, this is so out there that Bari, go ahead, man. You got the floor, bro. Like, go ahead.
The game is fire, yo. So this is a game I've been waiting for to come to consoles for a very long time. I used to watch a lot of the tournaments for this game, It's going to be supporting rollback, so you already know it's going to get my support. It looks, you know, like something that probably most people wouldn't play, but it has all the fighting mechanics in there. You know what I mean? It has your archetypes, the rush down, your grab, the grab characters. You have your zoners, your all-arounders, your Shoto type characters, but the animation's just like looking for. It just looks like, you know, you're like this pony or this reindeer. Two characters that I'm really interested in is Arizona and Velvet. Most likely leaning towards Velvet. Don't really play zoners too much because she's like a zoner, but I love her playstyle. She has the ice abilities, lock you in. You know, the hit stun, the block stun, and all that stuff is there for her. And she got some cheap stuff. Like I've been watching a lot of Velvet players and stuff like that for like years when it comes to this game. But I think I really truly I think a lot of people
isn't like brand new.
Enjoy this game.
This is a game that's been out for a while. I've never heard of this before.
It been out for a long time, to be honest with you. It's been on PC for a long time.
I've never heard of this game until
it's finally coming to the consoles.
Yeah.
And they got this character. I forgot the name. I think it's like Palm. Yeah, they should go right there. Palm. Yo, this character is OD. Yo, OD. It's like one of those characters, like a puppet type character, but she will mix you up. Like all the fight mechanics that you know in the fighting game is there. It's just a different take. It's just like these animals.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm good on this, man. I'm not picking this up. I'm good. You know, like maybe if it was on sale, like $5, you know, something, I'd try it. I'm good. There's too many other things that's coming out, and I'm gonna be honest. This is just too weird for me. I don't want to play this. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people are gonna pick it up or play it, but I think it's a good game. It's a great game.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
I support all the fighting games that support rollback. So
yeah, I'm gonna, you know, I'm looking forward to your spotlight at some point later in October.
Yeah, come on, October. I'm gonna be in there.
Gotcha.
I've been watching it for a minute. I really want to learn because I know the game got some crazy shit in it. Like I've seen like a lot of people stream it, and they learned this. Like, oh, this game harder than I thought. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm with it. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, so now we in
Persona. I gotta go downstairs real quick. My bad, yo. This dude just came here.
Okay.
Give me like 2 minutes.
All right, so yeah, man, let's move on, man. So let's get into the topic portion of the show. And if you've made it this far, you know we're gonna give you the lovely trophies. Y'all getting them trophies, man. That much closer to the platinum. That much closer to the platinum, right? But yo, let's get into the topic portion of the show, man, where we are going to you know, I got two interesting topics that I want us to talk about today that I do think will be pretty interesting. The first one is definitely this Felicia Day situation, right? Hey, yo, look, man. So you know, if you watch the God of War recap video, where it's the God of War Ragnarok Myths of Midgard recap video, they have Felicia Day as the you know she's definitely in the marketing. You know, she's pushing the game with this, right? And so, you know, there was a lot of people in the community that were very pissed off at the fact that Felicia Day is doing this in the promo for anything PlayStation related because of what she has said previously on Kind of Funny Games. This is like a while ago. This is like maybe quite a few months ago, maybe even over a year ago at this point, right? But there were there were people that were definitely pissed off at the fact that she was in any type of marketing for PlayStation because of what she said in Kind of Funny, where she spoke about how um she doesn't really care about PlayStation. She doesn't give a shit about PlayStation because they don't give her free stuff, and she's got a garage full of Xboxes because she likes Xboxes because they give her free stuff and all this other shit, right? And even when she said it back then, people were definitely up in arms, and y'all know how the community can get, right? But then it died down. It was like, all right, whatever. People move on pretty quickly. But then when this came out, it resurfaced and resparked up a lot of those feeling, the anguish and whatnot that people tend to feel in the community. And a lot of people were feeling some type of way, because I think in their mind it was just like, yo, look, this person was bad mouthing PlayStation, and now she's in the marketing and doing and promos and stuff like that. So a lot of people felt that for PlayStation that was very tone deaf to do such a thing. And when it comes to that type of stuff, she said, I gotta find the tweet, but she said, when because obviously people in the community was definitely pissed off, but she said that when she said what she said on Kind of Funny, that was a joke. Like, oh, people can't take a joke or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, to me, I'm like, yeah, it's convenient. Now you getting a check from PlayStation. Of course it's a joke, right? But, Bari was definitely very, very, very up in arms about this. Now let me say this first before we get into anything. We are only speaking on the gaming takes. No one is talking about her personally or none of that stuff. Y'all know we don't do none of that. Y'all know we don't do none of that stuff here. Only the gaming takes and the gaming aspects of a lot of this stuff is what we're speaking on. But Bari, I know you were very up in arms about this week. Talk to us, man, and just give us your thoughts on like this whole situation happening and is PlayStation tone deaf by doing this? Talk to us.
I think PlayStation is very tone deaf by doing this. To be honest with you, when I saw the tweet go out, I went to the YouTube channel and I put it to my save for later because I was doing something for work. And then Dre RG, he hit me up. He's like, yo, did y'all watch the God of War joint? Did y'all watch it? I said, no, I ain't watch it. I got it queued up though. Watch it later. He said Felicia Day's in there, the girl that was dissing PlayStation and Kind of Funny. And I was like, word? I said, all right, let me see what is going on. Let me see what's this commercial like. What? Why is she on the PlayStation commercial? And then I'm watching the commercial, bro. I'll be honest with you, Persona. I'll be very honest with you. I couldn't even finish watching the video because all I was seeing was the Kind of Funny, podcast when the PlayStation 5 was coming out. That PlayStation is dead to her. She doesn't, she PlayStation is dead to her because they don't give her free stuff. And how she's talking about she got like 7 Xboxes in the garage. PC gave her stuff all the time. And that's all I was seeing within the commercial, bro. You know what I mean? So I was like, I stopped it. I was just like, damn. Like, what are they thinking? So, I'm in some tweets, off of emotions and all that stuff. Like, what are they thinking? Like, this is very off-putting. Like, how this kind of ruined the hype a little bit. You know what I mean? Not saying that I'm not going to buy the game or I don't have the Jotnar edition pre-ordered and things like that. But it's just like somebody that came out and probably one of the most popular podcasts on our gaming channels outright would tell you on a PlayStation topic, or they were talking about the pre-orders for PS5 and how you remember that debacle, how PlayStation, they went ahead and made the pre-orders go a little bit early. And matter of fact, it's not PlayStation, it was the retailers. They went ahead and made the pre-orders go up earlier.
Yeah.
They were talking about that. And, within them talking about that, she was just like, yo, yeah, PlayStation's dead to me. She don't really care. She don't get no free stuff from them. You know what I mean? And then now seeing this commercial here, it's just like, yo, I'm pretty sure you saw your PR team, the marketing team. I'm pretty sure you saw this. You saw this clip, or you saw this, this podcast at the moment. And now we see her, doing a commercial for God of War, the most anticipated game for PlayStation fans, in this holiday season. And the reason why it's cringy is because it's like you don't have no integrity for your product. It's more so the public eye of the person. So how much followers or how influential this person is, rather than they don't care about what they are saying about your product. They just care about the following that, you know, she can bring to the game. You know what I mean? All these viewers that she can bring to the game, knowing but that the real gamers or the real fans of your product is just like, yo, not saying that we don't like this girl or we have some, you know, disdain towards this person. It's just like, nah, this is not the right call for this type of, you know, advertising for people that are God of War fans, people that are PlayStation fans, in my personal opinion. But they don't care about that. It's not about the PlayStation fan. It's not about the God of War fan. It's more so about getting the newer people to try out this game because, oh look, Felicia Day is marketing the product. You know what I mean? But the integrity is just lacking when it comes to PlayStation, in my opinion. Like Nintendo, you I don't think you ever see something like that from Nintendo. Somebody is have that much, you know, vitriol towards your product. They're not gonna be on a Nintendo commercial a year later. you know what I'm saying? They're not doing that. But you know, this is a different thing. Like I said, I'm not trying to, you know, diss on Felicia Day. I don't know the person personally. I honestly didn't even know who Felicia Day was until the whole kind of funny video. I didn't. My acknowledgement of this person is because of Kind of Funny and what she said on Kind of Funny. So when I see that stuff and I see this person on a PlayStation commercial, that's all I can think of. So that's why I really wanted people to understand when I was tweeting or where I was coming from on Twitter. It's not no hate. It's not no, you know, I got this malice towards this person. It's just like, yo, my first impression of you was you talking about how PlayStation is dead to you. You know what I'm saying? So, but now you're on the biggest anticipated game of the year. You know, it's kind of weird. It's a little off-putting in my opinion. And then we have the too cool for school people. You care this much? That's my problem with you know, gamers. You know what I mean? You are a nerd. You're a gamer. You know what I mean? You're a geek just like me, and you're trying to be too cool for, you know, gaming talks or just gaming in itself. You know what I mean? Like, yo, yeah, people is going to care for that stuff. If you don't care for it, all right, cool. But let people speak their opinions. I wasn't disrespecting this lady. I wasn't coming at this lady. I didn't say anything or call her out her name. I just simply put two and two together, or just acknowledge two and two together. I'm like, yeah, this is off-putting, and it did ruin some of the hype for the game. That's all.
So it's funny too. It's funny that you mentioned that because, you know, when it comes to like movies, movie castings, or when people do real messed up stuff, you know, and other facts of entertainment, you know, people will be up in arms, crying all over Twitter all day, every day.
What's the Flash dude name?
Ezra Miller.
Yeah. Yo, go ahead, man. I ain't gonna ruin that. That's a great analogy that you just mentioned.
Yeah, you know, it's always, you know, it's weird that gaming is like the only form of entertainment where you get condemned for speaking out on things you may disagree with, or you know, you have a difference of opinion or something like that. It's like, oh, why are you disagreeing? Why? It's not that big a deal. It's just gaming. It's not that important. It's weird because it's just like, yo, I mean, are we all nerds or not? you feel me? Because I agree with Bari, man. Like, there's a lot of people in the community that just like, you know, if you like anime or like different types of genres of games, like, you know, like they calling you a nerd. And it's like, brother, we all here in the gaming community talking about video games. We all are fucking nerds, right? You feel me? Like, I don't get that stuff, you know. And in terms of this Felicia Day situation, I have to chalk this up to it's business, right? But I do agree with you where, you know, when it comes to the tone deaf, the tone, how tone deaf PlayStation is a little bit with this. But I also think they're probably just looking at it like, yo, it's just business. And people say, oh well, who cares? You know, she said what she said. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect anybody. None of this stuff does. But we come around every week and we talk about it because it's a conversation. It's discourse. I mean, I don't get why people, you know, they they get mad when you don't talk about the. Let me not go down that path, man. Listen, at the end of the day, man, God of War Ragnarok is a day one. But I agree, man. Like, yo, it's tone deaf as fuck to have someone. And listen, a lot of people, when you get caught in some bullshit, of course it's a joke. When you get caught, she didn't say it was a joke right after she said that. Like, if you're on a podcast, it's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't give a shit about PlayStation. They don't give me nothing. And then, oh no, I'm joking. I remember she called Greg like a bitch. Man, let me go down. Listen, man. It is what it is, man.
I was just trolling.
It is,
like,
yeah. Like, it is what it is.
I watched that whole podcast, and I watched that whole podcast.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
She didn't say after any of that, like,
just jokes. It's just jokes. Nah, she meant. Listen, she meant that, and listen, that's fine if that's how you feel. There's not. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because you're free to feel how you want to feel. But don't try to like gaslight, like, you know, because that's what gaslight or try to backtrack and all this, man. Cut it out, man. Like you meant that. You meant that, but because of your following and your reach, PlayStation is willing to overlook you saying that to get to the bag, to reach the audience. And that's what this is. It ain't no, oh yeah, you know, they started sending me free shit, so now I'm happy. No, you meant what you said. And that's what it is.
It's a business arrangement that happened,
business.
You know, that benefited you. Obviously, you're going to get something free or whatnot from it, or you got paid to do it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You know, I understand it business-wise, but I love PlayStation, man. It's a brand that I always will love, but is there certain things that's like I feel like that's the PlayStation fan that been there day one, that loved your brand from day one. I just feel like they're sometimes not appealing or listening to, you know, what you're saying. You know what I mean? They're not trying to reach to you no more. Sometimes, I'm not saying that definitively. I'm saying sometimes it feels like that.
Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is.
And I know me saying that, the too cool for school creeper gonna be like, come on, man, you're over exaggerating. I know.
Man, listen,
I know what you guys are gonna say.
I can't even talk. The too cool for school dudes or people, I always wonder, like, why are you here? Like, why are you in the community, man? If this is how you gonna be, right? It's discourse. It's a conversation. It's a back and forth. You don't need to partake.
Yeah, it's gaming.
Yeah, it's
like
gaming.
Nobody's.
No one is attacking her. And no one is attacking her personally. No one is doing none of that. But listen, you say some foul shit. Why should someone like that be rewarded?
Hey, you know what's funny about that tweet too? Like I said, Twitter can be funny. Like that tweet blew up, but it didn't blow up in a way that you know, you would think, right? You didn't see that much retweets or likes from it.
Like, you saw a lot of comments.
No, like when I went into like the analytics of that specific tweet, that junk was like 30-something thousand impressions and like 15-something thousand unique views. So people were listening or they was reading what I said, but they didn't want to comment on what I was saying.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. It is what it is. The last thing I want to talk about, Bari, is this new narrative that's starting to get pushed around with PlayStation. Now that the news came out that PlayStation is blocking or were some of their contractual agreements with certain games blocked the developer's ability to, or block the ability for the game to release on Game Pass, right? So now that news has released, you got a lot of people creating certain narratives about you know, the game being like, you know, that this is happening with other games, right? So the example of this is, again, shout out to Kind of Funny. They're like Kind of Funny, you know, shout out to Blessing and Greg and all of them. I think those are great people. But on one of the episodes of Kind of Funny Games Daily, Gary Whitta was on the show with Blessings Adeoke Jr. And he was speaking on Cult of the Lamb. And more specifically, he was he also put that he had heard that Cult of the Lamb was also being blocked from being on Game Pass. So I just want to play this quick clip, and then I also want to provide more context after the fact. So I'm gonna play this clip for you guys so that we all can listen to it really fast, and then we'll talk about it right after.
Somebody told me that one of the reasons why I was complaining the other day about how Cult of the Lamb's not on Game Pass, because Game Pass has created this terrible, like the dark side of Game Pass has created this kind of entitlement mentality.
Oh,
where we're so
what? My fault. Y'all can't even see. My fault.
I heard it though.
You heard it, but yeah, my fault. Let me.
Somebody told me that one of the reasons why I was complaining the other day about how Cult of the Lamb's not on Game Pass, because Game Pass has created this terrible, like the dark side of Game Pass has created this kind of entitlement mentality, where we're so used to like all the games we want being on Game Pass, and when one falls outside of that, and you're like, wait, I've got to go to the store and fucking buy this. Fuck is that? Like you're not used to it because we're so spoiled by Game Pass. And when I was like, I went to Game Pass, going, oh, Cult of the Lamb, I hear it's good, I want to play it. Let's see if it's on Game Pass. And it's not. I was like, oh, I got to go buy it, which I was happy to do. But still, you have that little moment of like, oh, it's not on Game Pass because Game Pass is becoming the norm. Somebody told me that part of the reason why it's not on Game Pass is Sony paid them not to put it on Game Pass, as they will incentivize you to not do any additional subscriber deals or whatever.
So you heard that, he said that he had heard that Sony had paid for the game not to be on Game Pass. And so, obviously, Kind of Funny is a very big platform. Gary Whitta is a very well-known person within the industry. So when things like that are said, they're definitely going to travel very far and wide on the internet. And it reached the right people. And by the right people, I mean the actual developers of Game Pass. No, the actual developers of Cult of the Lamb. And I'm trying to find the article where, here we go, right here. So the Cult of the Lamb developers actually confirmed that this was 100% untrue. So the original article was Sony allegedly paid to stop Cult of the Lamb going on Game Pass, but it was updated on 8/18, where it says a Devolver spokesperson has reached out to the gamer to state that this is absolutely untrue. So this is very interesting, right? Because it's very strange how narratives like this tend to start. Because prior to the Brazilian documents coming out, no one was really talking about PlayStation paying to keep things off Game Pass. It was only after the documents came out that we really started to see this type of narrative being pushed towards PlayStation, which I find a little bit ironic that now all of a sudden people are starting to hear that this was being paid to be kept off Game Pass and all these other things. And I think, well, one, I wonder if Gary is going to apologize for misspeaking. I doubt he will, but I always think accountability is very important, especially when you're in a position like that. But I also think this is one of the things within the gaming community and the gaming industry and games media that we tend to fall prey to too easily. And what I'm talking about is letting new narratives build so easily, or letting new information control the narrative of what you think moving forward for everything, right? And I'm glad that a Devolver spokesperson came out and confirmed that this is not true, because that's important, because we know how misinformation can be spread. Right now, maybe the person that Gary was talking to, he was misinformed, right? Which, again, misinformation can spread, which is spread to Gary,
Obviously.
which spread to us. Yeah, obviously, right? Which, it spread to Gary and spread to us. But this is just another example of misinformation, of people trying to push a specific narrative within the gaming. Because 2 months ago, Bari, 2 months ago, did you see anybody pushing a narrative? Oh, well, PlayStation played to keep this game off of Game Pass 2 months ago.
No. Listen. A lot of this crap. People run with like the narratives that happens, right? So the rumor came out that PlayStation is paying for developers to keep their games off Game Pass. And then all of a sudden, the talking point is going to be like, yeah, you know, I heard that PlayStation paid for this game to be, you know, people's going to run with it. And it's going to take these developers or PlayStation to end that talking point. But it's not like it's a bad talking point, or it's not like it was a bad thing that PlayStation doing. It's business or what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand them paying for an exclusive game marketing rights and be like, no, we don't want Microsoft to come in and have their game, the same game that we're paying millions of dollars to market and promote and to get exclusive content, or to incentivize PlayStation, or, you know, people to buy this game on PlayStation. We don't want Microsoft to come in and be like, hey, we're going to put this game in our servers Game Pass. Obviously, they don't want that. So it makes perfect sense for them to be like, I don't put that thing in Game Pass. Here's a little incentive for not to put it in Game Pass. It makes perfect sense. But stuff like Cult of the Lamb, it doesn't make any sense because, one, they didn't really market that game like that. It's multi-platform. There's no real exclusive content or anything like that to PlayStation. And then you have other examples, because you have another multi-plat game like what's it called? What's the game that they just tweeted about? I think it's the rat game.
Plague Tale.
Plague Tale. That's going to Game Pass day one, but PlayStation still putting out their little articles and their videos about the game. You know what I mean? Like, could they pay to not put that game on Game Pass? Now Microsoft obviously have like some marketing rights, but it's so contradicting of what people are saying. One, it's not surprising. Then two, the ones that they are applying this whole, you know, PlayStation paying things to keep off of Game Pass, it doesn't make any sense. Like Cult of the Lamb, like, I don't know who I'm not saying Gary Whitta is not connected, or obviously he's connected, he works in the industry or whatnot, but it didn't even make sense hearing it. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make no sense. Like, why would PlayStation keep that off? It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's so
Turtles,
weird.
Turtles, they've been promoting Turtles for the longest. PlayStation Undergrounds, all that stuff. That was a day one Game Pass game. You know
I think for me, it's more so strange that someone in his position would not double or even triple check his sources because of the position that he's in. You know, if you're someone in that holds that type of position, that has that type of status online or rapport with different people, I would double or triple check my sources just to make sure that they all align. Like, oh yeah, I'm hearing this as well. Oh yeah, I'm hearing this as well. Because then at least if you do say and it's misinformation, when you come back, you can then say, well, I checked with 2 or 3 of my sources and they all were saying the same thing, but obviously I was wrong. So, you know, my apologies for the misinformation, you know?
I mean, most people are not going to do that because it's more about the shot value. I mean, like a statement like that.
That's the problem,
big podcast like that, you know what I mean? It's going to generate
fuck that.
a lot of views.
No, fuck that. That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem, is that everyone is chasing this fucking shock value stuff instead of wanting to be accurate and correct. That's why you got all these people on social media walking around stupid and saying stupid shit now. Because everyone wants the shock value and to be and want to be first and want the center of attention. But no one wants to be accurate and correct. That's the problem, man. And it's not even just about PlayStation. And it's not even just about Gary Whitta. It's in general, because these things happen entirely too often. But the lack of accountability for these things is also non-existent. Damn the shock value. Damn it. If you're going to spread misinformation, I would rather someone be 3rd or 4th to reporting something, but have all the information there, than someone who's first and is only going to be vague. I would rather listen to the person. If news broke today that PlayStation, I'm hearing that PlayStation is acquiring, and this is just an example, guys, this is not true. Oh, PlayStation is acquiring Square Enix. I would wait for GameIndustry.biz, who's going to wait for confirmation or wait for the proper sources that they trust or that they have more concrete evidence of this to then be like, oh yeah, this is our report, this is what we know, this is what's happening, this is what's going on, instead of somebody that's got a $20 article out and saying, hey, we're hearing from the community or from wherever that PlayStation is acquiring Square. We don't know when, we don't know how, we don't know what's the deal, we don't know the numbers, but this is what we're hearing, and here's the article. Goodbye. Damn the shock value, man. But we live in that age where everybody wants to be the center of attention. Everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to be the king nerd. So this is where we are. This narrative just came out 2 weeks ago. And it's already being pushed. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, man.
What happens when you're on top, man?
It's crazy. It's disgusting. 2 weeks ago, this fucking narrative came out. 2 weeks. Let me get these super chats. Yo, Ralph, man, appreciate you for the super chat. It says, I'm minutes behind, but y'all got it slightly wrong. The unknown purchase that was third or fourth most expensive of what they bought that day, not in the industry. The studios that they bought aren't that expensive, so it's not a huge publisher like Square, Take-Two, Ubisoft. Those are too expensive. They only paid $550 million. Oh, okay. Thanks for confirming that. He's talking about the Embracer acquisition.
I mean, the Embracer stuff is the acquisitions that they made. I don't know about the whole unknown one. I'm going off of what Nibble is saying and what this article is saying. What they're saying is that, let me get it back in here again. It is saying, one second. Matter of fact, we'll just go with it. But what I'm saying is that it's adding up. These are smaller like acquisitions, but that most people would even like bat an eye to. But what people are batting an eye to is the collection of all the acquisitions that's being happening here. It's a lot of IPs that they have now in their stable. And what I'm saying is that they can probably use this for like a service that they can probably launch or something, because it's so much content that they can be producing to support something like that. But as far as the acquisition, you might be right on that. But from what I was reading, they were saying, oh, here it is right here. Embracer has acquired another company within PC and console gaming, which won't be disclosed today due to commercial reason. Their purchase price for this undisclosed acquisition is in the range of being among the third or fourth largest of the acquisitions. Oh, of their acquisitions. Okay, so you're right. Of the acquisitions that they made, they're saying.
Oh, wow. Okay. True Witty, man, appreciate you for the super chat. It says, if Microsoft gave $5 billion to put all their IPs on Game Pass, it's done. I don't know what that means.
Microsoft did what?
Gave $5 billion to put all their IPs on Game Pass, it's done. I don't know what that means. Viper Reese, man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, so he doesn't do his research before stating this. Sounds like for the course these days. Yeah. Yeah. And then he says, but didn't Microsoft say the same thing to the FTC? About what?
What you mention Microsoft more than we do.
Yeah, y'all bringing up Microsoft
and then people
a lot,
like, yo,
man.
what's up, PlayStation? Talk about Microsoft.
So, like, we're not trying to do that, you know. Like, guys, this is a PlayStation show. You feel me? Only times we mention
like
MS
the comparison stuff, I get it.
Yeah.
But you gotta let us know the context of what your super chat was for, man.
I don't know what that means. But yo, Gian Don, man, appreciate you for the super chat. It says the shock value or the race to the first few clicks is one of the biggest problems in journalism in general, and it trickles down to gaming journalism, pushing rumors rather than presenting facts. That's a great point, Gian, right? Where it's just like, you know, the that, you know, and again, because advertising and wanting to get that traffic and stuff like that, you know, that's why journalism and all this stuff is the way it is, because of that, because they want that traffic, they want those clicks, they want that engagement, because that engagement means more money, that means more eyes, more numbers, more all of it. But you know, at the same time, what's being lost is is the quality and accurate reporting of information.
They
So
treating journalism like Twitter.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
that's a good.
I want to say this statement first, or I want to like this thing.
Get engagement. I want to get likes and retweets and shit. Yeah, bruh. That's really what it is. And it's just like, yo, you're creating a lot of misinformation. A lot of people misinformed walking around here. Not a good look. I don't care how people try to spin it. That's not a good look. It's crazy. But yeah, oh yeah, shout out to SIE, man. Appreciate you for the super chat, bro. SIE said, I don't gotta say nothing. The super chat is me saying something. Shout out to you, SIE, man.
Jim Ryan. Shout out to Jim Ryan, man.
That's Jim Ryan. He's funny.
Support.
But yo, man, that's the show. That's the show, man. We got our topics, man. If you made it to this to the end of the show, man, here is y'all trophies and y'all lovely platinum.
Yes, sir. Light them up. Light them up.
Enjoy that platinum, guys. 95 platinums, man. We getting up there. We getting up there. We getting up there. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. But yo, let's get into these outros, man. Bari, man, give us your outro, man. Let the people know, you know, what kind of content you got coming to the channel, if any. You know, what's on the horizons for you for this next week?
No bronze trophies today, Black Bear. This is a easy plat. We giving away silvers and golds and platinums. That's it.
Facts.
Next week we might go back to a bronze. We'll see. But nah, yo, appreciate the support, guys, man. It's always a pleasure seeing you guys in the chat, and you know, seeing all the friendly, beautiful faces of the PlayStation Nation in the chat, man. Hitting the like button, sharing the stream out. We appreciate all the comments, man, that you guys have towards the showcase. And yeah, shout out to who sent that super chat just to correct us. You know what I mean? We appreciate that stuff as
Ralph.
well, man.
Come on, Ralph.
Who?
Ralph.
Oh, Ralph. Yeah, shout out to Ralph, man. You know what I mean? Not everything we say is correct, or, you know, we say a lot of opinion stuff too. So it's not like you have to agree with anything that we're saying here on the show. But yeah, for me, we definitely gonna be doing COD Sundays tomorrow. I'm going to try something different because I see my man DC Gaming out here pumping out 70 kills, 90 kills because he playing on domination and hardpoint. You know, modes that I haven't played in a long time. So I got to showcase. I got to show DC Gaming and drop 100 bomb on them real quick. You know what I mean? Just to showcase that.
Oh,
yeah,
we on that domination tomorrow?
You're going to have a lot of them kills on them modes. You know
we on that domination? I'm with it.
Yeah, there's a reason why, you know, we play like team deathmatch and, kill confirm a lot, because that's where like majority of people would be playing it sometimes. And it's just like, if you get like 50 kills or 40 kills, like you earn that. Like, domination, it's cool. PowerPoint is cool. You're going to get them kills quick. But DC, I'm coming for that pause. Pause. Nah, man, but I'm also going to be showcasing some new videos when it comes to a lot of these fighting games and these updates as well, man. So Melty Blood, I got a video coming real soon. I have a video coming on Monday, which I'm going to make it public on Monday, for Dragon Ball Superheroes. It's not going to have any of the movie content in there. It might have like some pictures and stuff like that. That's to showcase what's going on, but that is definitely going to have spoilers on there. That's why I'm not publishing it today. And COD 101 Part 3 is coming out this week as well, where we're going to be talking about movement and stuff like that. So yeah, a few videos coming out this week, and we'll see what happens next week. If we're going to do we going to talk or speak from the heart, we'll definitely see.
No doubt, man. And where can they find you? You know, give them your channel and your Twitter so they can follow you and support you.
I don't want to follow me. No, I'm just... Nah, you can find me on Twitter, @jbari_, @jbari on YouTube, man. I appreciate everyone once again, man. But if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button on this channel, yet, or even hit the like button, go ahead and hit that, man. You got 121 likes. That's what I'm seeing correctly, our persona, or no?
Yeah, it's 120.
121.
Yeah, it's
Hit that like
120.
button, man. You know, that definitely helps the podcast. It definitely helped the show. And thank you guys for the support, man.
Yo,
Appreciate it. Oh, matter of fact, I forgot this too. One of the perks for subscribing or being a member to the channel is a t-shirt. So we definitely have to like select a winner on any merch, like for a t-shirt. So possibly next week we're going to do that. Probably do the wheel of spinning the wheel and see who wins. So we'll see who gets free merch on us. So we'll see you next week for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's dope. That's really dope, man. So, yeah, man. For me, man, I was your host this week, Persona. Gaming with Persona is my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter @Persona Speaks. The links to all that stuff is in the description. Also, if you do enjoy the podcast, definitely subscribe to What's Up PlayStation YouTube channel. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. We love we trying to grow out here, man. We trying to grow. We trying to get bigger. We trying to get more bigger guests on, all that stuff, man. And with the help of y'all, we'll be able to do that. By liking the podcast, subscribing, and all that stuff. So we appreciate you guys. Also, a lot of growth is happening, man. Here over on WUPS, man. As the time goes on, y'all gonna see a lot of changes happen. So, we know y'all gonna love a lot of that stuff. So stay tuned for that. And for me, I got a lot of content coming this week. I am doing Cult of the Lamb review. I am doing Decima impressions. I am doing Rollderdrome review because I'm on the last level of the main campaign. I'm gonna do the Out for Blood campaign, but the main campaign, once I should have that complete tonight. I'm gonna do a review for that this week as well. Also, I'm doing live reactions to Gamescom on Tuesday, and I'm doing live reactions to Destiny Showcase on Tuesday as well. So a lot of live reaction streams are happening, and it's gonna be one behind another because Destiny's live stream is at 12 o'clock Eastern, and then at 2 o'clock is Gamescom. So it's gonna be like one behind another. So it's gonna be a lot of content there. And then obviously I'm gonna put out my reviews on my thoughts on that stuff later on in a separate video for both Destiny and Gamescom as well. And if there's any type of really impressive trailers, we're definitely gonna be doing some breakdowns for that throughout the week and into the weekend and all that stuff. So I got a lot of content, a lot of content coming to the channel, guys. So if you're not subscribed to my personal YouTube channel, Gaming with Persona, definitely subscribe and definitely follow me on Twitter. I post a lot of gameplay. Post a lot of my thoughts on there about different games that I'm playing, a lot of jokes and all that good stuff, man. Like it's fun following me. So, and I'm close to 4,000. So, so definitely, go follow your boy. But yeah, that's it, man. Listen, this has been episode 95 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show, ladies and gentlemen. And always remember, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community. And we appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. And we see you guys next Saturday. Same time, same place, same crew, the WUPS crew.
Yes, sir.
And we out. Peace out, guys.